And son of a bitch, I got stuff on my iPad. Okay. Welcome to Wrestling on the Rocks with Cleaning. Eric. Hi.
Clump.
Yeah. This time it's ginger beer. My superpower for these to work. Hi.
Welcome. As you guys can see, there's only two of us.
Yeah.
Marsh is out on assignment.
Yeah, this is the personality show. The sexiness is gone.
Yeah.
But Marsh will be joining via chat.
Hopefully.
Oh, shit. This is gonna not be, we're gonna be making fun of me. It's gonna suck. Self-esteem for a second, and the audio's playing on my phone, and hi. Okay.
We can do the Miz intro.
Oh no,
Welcome to the most must-watch TV show.
Welcome to the most watched TV show on Twitch. This isn't TV. Yeah. So yeah, we had a decent week. Might be a bit shorter this week, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Want to jump into it, or how did you feel overall?
Good.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good show. Do what's in my glass real quick. Hell or High watermelon. Wheat beer brewed with watermelons.
Okay, so when I did drink, I remember anything that was brewed with anything I wanted it to taste like never did.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Like you buy things, ooh, it's gonna be watermelon-y.
Yeah.
This is sour.
Tastes like apple.
Like I like sour beers for that reason, just because they were
I
like,
love sour.
oh yes, and it's
It's got Statue of Liberty on there.
this is our vague attempt at patriotism today. We have Canadian whiskey with American flags. That is an American beer.
We hope.
Yeah. Finnish vodka. No, Swedish vodka. Which is probably actually water.
It's got some watermelon
Yeah.
to it.
Watermelon. Now, is it real watermelon or something like that? Jolly Rancher, like, watermelon.
It's like an in-between.
Okay.
Yeah. Where it's not like overbearingly sweet.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes they just put a shit ton of sugar in there for no reason. And it tastes good.
This is for hangovers. Not helping, just creating.
Yeah.
But, so, Raw and SmackDown this week came to us from Madison Square Garden the first time in roughly 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Both shows were good. Let's start with Raw.
Yeah.
Raw opened up with Stone Cold Steve Austin immediately, which is awesome. Huge pop.
I just wish they didn't announce it.
Yeah.
Again, like, they always just ruin their own pops. The glass would have broke. Shit would have gone crazy.
Well, I didn't see as much of an announcement for Undertaker. I don't even know if they announced Undertaker for
I got
SmackDown.
an email, like, the day before, yeah.
But it was less so, and that was like, whoa, moment.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah.
They did announce Undertaker. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Like, I get it in part, where we know we'll get people to watch by doing this, but
Mm-hmm.
I kind of...
I miss the surprises. I miss the pops.
Yeah.
I've been saying this since the show's been on the air.
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't make you feel special. Like, that was very good. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
This thing. The crowd was huge to it.
Yep.
He told some awesome stories. I think Stone Cold has this ability to both adhere to and break kayfabe over and over in the same sentence, where he's just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if this sounds like you just interviewed and talking about, yeah, I got my head beat up. Like, I was about to be like, I was supposed to win, but he does it so well, and it was fine. Then Braun came out, and it went downhill.
Fast.
Well, I think he ruined that segment, honestly. I think Stone Cold Steve Austin was the best thing,
Oh, yeah.
but he ruined them. And they don't do well themselves in this character role, either Seth or Braun, but it was fucking dead.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
And it just, to me, highlighted the difference between the Attitude Era and now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, holy shit, all those guys were great on the mic. They can just sit there, talk, have the crowd, going whichever way they wanted, and then you're going to get these hands. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, he just, talking and being silly, it worked out. I mean, he was saying stuff wrong, we're going to go down memory road.
Yeah.
Fuck. But
no one was going to cry.
No. Like, I know that he was going to go out there and nobody's going to hand him a script there. He's just going to say, get this to here.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. But yeah, Braun came out and then it was just quiet. He tried to shake his hand, weird as hell.
Yeah.
Then Seth came out and God damn.
Yeah.
Just the moment he started talking.
Yeah. I'll tell you, like, after seeing the promo, didn't make me any more excited.
Also.
Yeah.
I think it made me miss both of them as heels, and I think what got them over wasn't like that they were faces, was that they were just asshole heels. Like Braun Braun got popular not by talking, by just doing shit and sounding.
Just beating people up.
Yeah.
You know.
With kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just the Seth saying that this makes him a verdict. I'm like, do you really integrate this in like that?
Yeah. Well, it seems like they have a sentence or phrases, and it's like, hey, make sure you say this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, they come from like a 180, and all of a sudden it's like, it just comes off so unnatural.
Yeah, no.
It's like, just stop doing that, just talk. Say you're going to kick somebody's ass.
Yeah. I feel like the one thing I'll fault that started here is, yes, we're using Stone Cold to try and get a bunch of people over, and he is not.
Yeah.
They're...
Well, it's like I said, it's just making the other people look so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they need to figure out one way or another to have Stone Cold, almost be permanent. Even if, because I know he lives in Texas, right, for the most part. I think, even if he just does a segment from his house where he's interviewing people, like almost like a, moment of bliss without her. I was thinking the other one was the King's Court and the barber shop and stuff like that. Just have him do it from there, fly whoever he's interviewing to his ranch, talk to him, and then, even draw some more out of him if you can. And, but they need to do something with him on a more steady basis. Cause
I think you could almost build it into the show and have people go out and like, okay, we're gonna hang out with you at the ranch for like an hour and just do something, and it can be video segments, because in video segments they're not saying a script, hopefully, and you can also cut it and be like, hey, that was cool. Just say that again.
Yeah.
What you said was cool. Just say it again. Go over and over again.
Well, yeah, I didn't mean like live.
Okay.
I just meant like you said, a segment. They air it. Hey, he's interviewing them. And just get Stone Cold there.
Yeah.
Like, every time, the last few times he's come out, it's made me realize how bad they need him, and I miss him.
Well, or how much they maybe need to refocus on getting people better at being on the mic without a script, or putting better people up front, people who can do this, because this wasn't great.
Yeah. Well, that's one of my buddies, Dumb Truck. Hey, nice to see you. Cheers. He brought it up, and he said, does WWE need to focus less on the physical abilities and more on the mic? Because lately, they've just been like, oh, this guy's a great athlete, push him, and they're terrible on the mic. Yeah. And then you have other people that are great on the mic, and it's like, all right, well, form them into wrestlers, and it's like Sammy. Sammy can just talk.
Stecco says he doesn't live in Texas anymore.
Right, he lives in California now.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because he said West Coast, and I remember, his beard.
Yeah.
But
still, but something like that to that point.
Hey, guys, TP Poker with that?
Yeah, guys, what's going on? Burp. But get people out of there to involve Stone Cold or Stone Cold stuff.
If he lives in California now, a lot of them live in California.
Yeah.
So on their off day, hey, go there for an hour, cut a quick interview promo, and that's it, go.
Though it's not a state that has much TV production ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason. Yeah.
It's going to be a stretch.
Yeah. No, but it's, the other thing, you're saying that about the, build of people and, them as athletes. When The Rock came out, The Rock wasn't near as muscle-bound and frightening as he is now.
Mm-hmm.
He was, he looked like a football player. He was athletic, but he wasn't like what he was like now.
Yeah.
Stone Cold, he's not a giant dude, but he's also wasn't, he was in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
They get these guys that are very, very, very cut, and that's cool, but if they can't cut it on the mic...
If half the job's talking on the goddamn mic.
I almost feel like right now more of it because we're seeing the effect of it not working.
Yeah.
Or make them not talk, Well, I'll get into something a little bit later about that. Where it's like, I don't like when these older guys talk sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah. So.
Then AJ comes out.
Yeah, AJ comes out. Actually, we had Seth and Braun going back and forth. Seth had this that in his promo he was basically saying like, I'm the best in the world and on. And it just made me think, I don't like when somebody's saying how great they are, and especially in the face.
Yeah.
It sounds very weird. I'm supposed to like you when you're just saying, I'm big shit, you're not.
Mm.
Yeah. And then Braun said a rattlesnake is a rattlesnake, which was weird. And then AJ came out, and it was amazing. The club came out.
Yeah.
AJ is better than everyone other than Stone Cold.
Yeah.
AJ was fucking great, making fun of Austin, just going on and on.
And then that line that Austin threw about to AJ, I forgot what it was. I didn't write it down.
Why don't you get some bass in your voice?
Yeah.
And then AJ, why don't you shut up?
Yeah. Hey, shut up, Austin.
Which is so good. And then AJ called Austin an old fart, which I laughed at like for a while. And then he says something about how does Braun get a shot looking at the title, which I remember Marsh bringing up, and I think we talked about, like, wow, why is it that it's like, no, one is, why are the title holders challenging people for their stuff?
That's
and then,
bothered me.
Yeah. And why is Braun getting a match just by, like, looking at it in this oogling way, like Corey looks at blonde women?
Yeah.
Corey looks at all women.
No. We've heard him say some shit where it's like, ooh, fuck. But no. Yeah. But the way he looks at Mandy, just that. And then, oh yeah, we're going to get you a chance to fight for this belt.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. It makes perfect sense. Like, yeah.
AJ's face, fuck this.
Yeah.
Fight breaks out. It was weird watching Stone Cold move a table. And it even got announced. Kind of like, what are you doing? Because he didn't like...
He's rearranging furniture.
He's like, I'm going to scoot this over here.
Okay, it's clear.
Yeah.
You gotta move this real quick.
Yeah, and then fight. Cool. Braun and Seth through the ring, which was probably the best they can do. And then Austin stuttered AJ, but before he stuttered AJ, just the way I was like, well, as he's like looking at AJ, I remember that part of the Attitude Era where he wouldn't even say anything, just eye contact, body language, and nobody even does that anymore, right? Like, it was good. Like, told the story just with, like, looking at him, like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows how great he is.
Yeah.
The reason why he's a Hall of Famer. And I was going to bring up that, I think it was last week, because last week was the original signing. It was supposed to be the signing. And, AJ interrupted that. And after seeing that and then seeing him come out again, I just wanted AJ, he had the time last week, but I just wanted him to go out there and sign it too. Just be like, boom, I'm in. Just a forced signature, like, weasel his way in, like, it's on the contract, I'm in.
That would be, I'd like that more. That would make so much sense as just, I'm on it now too. This is a triple threat match, and, well, he signed it, and then it doesn't have to make sense. He signed it in a weird way, and I guess we're going to have to do this, or have the chairman come out. This would be a great chance for Vince to come out and say, you know what? I think this is a great idea. Yeah.
Because, like, last week, he picked up the contract and looked at it, and I was like, sign it. And then he just ripped it up and threw it. I was like,
Yeah.
Because I think that, I think that'd be great. Just, hey, go. My name's on it, too.
Yeah.
Include me.
Yeah. I think it could be a cool thing, too, is just to have that be a general thing where people make contracts mean something. Like, literally, if I sign, if whoever's name's on this contract, like, give a champ, or give someone a blank contracts.
Yeah.
Producer here, what did you guys think of the audience? Because I wrote that the audience was just giving AJ all the whats, hardly letting him talk. Was it annoying you guys?
Well, the what's always annoying me. I don't like it.
If you get Steve Austin, it's going to happen. He did really good with it, though.
Yeah.
I think Seth did worse with it because he tried to bring it in, and it kind of sounded like a substitute teacher trying to, like when a kid in the class is doing it, you say this. It's like, oh, you're fucked now, dude.
Yeah. The other thing it reminded me of is when Seth did the DX thing. Oh, you got 2 words for it. And it's like, cool, I realize I'm sure Seth loved it. Like, hey, cool, I grew up watching these guys. But I don't want to see it, I don't want, can I get some what's in? And then he tried it, and I was like,
I'm just.
I'd have loved if the crowd was just silent.
Yeah.
I'm here in Madison Square Garden.
If
You're supposed to say what?
if next time they come to Arizona, if I'm at a show and that's on top of the base, I'm just gonna bring in a sign. Quit ruining my childhood, Seth Rollins. Because it is so much that you bring up. I'm like, motherfucker, quit putting him in things I like.
Yeah.
My note was just I loved AJ's impression so much.
Yeah. That was great. Then we had the beer bash, right?
Yeah.
Decent beer bash. I did feel like, okay, so Steve Austin coming out in full jeans is very weird to me. I don't know, this is going to sound dumb, and I keep saying this very dumb things about men's clothing, and there's a lot of podcasts, I know it's a thing, but when I think of Steve Austin, I think of jean shorts and black boots. The fact that he's coming out in, like, Nike trainers and jeans, I'm like, God damn, you look like a dad. Like, I need you to wear kind of cut off jean shorts, because this just looks very weird. Like... and he's not in bad shape, but it makes him look so much in worse shape because it looks like he looks like a dad who doesn't give a shit walking out. Like
that's awesome.
Like it's so dumb, but yeah, come up with the knee braces. You don't need to swear up.
The outside of his jeans.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Good. He doesn't have Crocs on. I mean, yet.
Socks with sandals on.
Well, it's like when Hulk's come up the past few times and he's got like the red cut off shirt, and then he's in like he's like Lululemon men's like the workout patchy, like, oh shit, dude. And he's got these red Nikes on. You're like, okay,
but
you don't.
Do you want to see Hogan in the Speedos?
No.
I don't want to see him in tight stuff, but I want to. He can come out in a suit and be okay. You can pull it off and just be like, I am this. But it's when you're like attaching. If you're gonna go with the gimmick, go with either the gimmick, like Undertaker, or fucking none of it. Yeah. Like either you come out in a suit or you come out like you did.
This is a new segment on the show, Fashion Corner with Clunk.
I would legit love it. There's so many times I'm sitting there like, why the fuck are they in that? What is the point of this? Oh, cool, they're matching. I have notes of that later too. They're matching. It's really nice.
Is it with Sasha and Bailey?
Yeah. Oh my god, they're matching.
So from there, we transition to...
commercial segment for USA Network that maybe voiced at the...
Well, yeah, we're not going to include that.
No, but every show I want to add in this thing where I kind of want the Christies to be executed. Okay,
well,
so...
they want to be, because it's taxes.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
that's right.
But faster. Faster. Oh, shit, okay.
There's no due process with them. Just go. They're going to be.
See, we always get like a... What is it? Like the bathroom products or whatever. It's like the... not Gas X, but like one of those like... I was like, who's their audience? What are these commercials?
Clearly mine.
Yeah. I would say I need those too. That's weird. I get a lot of antidepressant medication stuff, which does fit.
Oh my god.
I'm like, that's fucked. That and the Christies, but the Christies make me depressed, so maybe less Christies, less depression medication needed too. Yeah.
Alright, sorry. We come back from commercial.
Adrian Cedric.
AJ Lane in the ring, which is cool. I like there's continuity. Also, that they're continuing this match, though. Part of it made me wonder, okay, so why is the club not here? The club are heels. The club has not been barred. Yeah, the club has been barred from ringside, or haven't been barred from ringside. Why are they not just jumping in? Because they're really pushing them as the old Bullet Club. The old Bullet Club just jumped in matches all the time. Like, well, we got a great match. But part of me wondered if we're here to defend AJ. Why not just be assholes immediately?
Because they were saving it for later in the match.
Yeah.
Why? They could have just done it immediately. He could have been walking out, and they could have been Gallows and Anderson standing there blocking him until AJ gets good. That would have been cool, but...
Would be like the old high school where the bullies push him into the lockers.
Exactly.
Going up the ramp and just kind of push him to the side.
It's a general thing, like, well, why is it that you have to hang out and be a dick now? I know it's for pacing, and I know it's because we got to get some of a match, because I paid $50 to take myself here, and another $50 for my shithead kids. But why?
But I mean, you got a good match out of it.
Fair.
I think it was just to showcase Cedric.
Yeah.
To push him and
he looked fantastic. Yeah.
I saw him the elbow and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And Corey always says that he's favoring this when he's hurt, and I always think like he's not favoring, he's doing the opposite. He's holding it because it fucked up.
Yeah.
Because when he said he's favoring his tailbone, I'm like, how does one favor a tailbone?
I was gonna say that. He's walking around holding his ass.
He's favoring his ass bone. Okay.
It hurts.
Yeah.
I've broken my tailbone. It sucks.
I've heard it's maybe the worst fucking thing to break. Because you can't sit, and you also are bedridden.
You can't walk, and you can't do anything. Everything just hurts.
Great.
So don't break your tailbone, kids.
Well, it's like when you fuck up your sciatic nerve. It's like,
yeah.
cool, you can't walk, but you also can't lay down. It's like, what do I do now? Yeah.
You're definitely showing our age.
Back in my day, Frankfurters cost a nickel.
That was the moment I felt so old. Like, I fucked up my sciatic nerve. God damn it. I called my dad. He goes, oh yeah, fuck you. I really was happy when Cedric did the Michinoku driver, because it's like my favorite move, because it always looks really cool.
It looks good.
Yeah.
And it was cool because it was kind of, he released it, because he was favoring his tailbone.
Yeah.
His elbow. But anyways, yeah, he kind of released it. I thought it looked really cool. It was like, nice.
Yeah.
And then OC interfere, jump in.
And then the Viking Raiders, who got their entrance music. We gotta make sure of that.
Yeah.
I
was just saying, it's weird. I understand the club and the Viking Raiders built up some heat through the tag team turmoil, but it's weird that they're like, oh, let's go save Cedric, because they've never built them as a heel or a face. They're just
one of the last times they had him out, they built him as, they had him like, it was the last match where it wasn't jobbers, and they busted a lot of faces' ass, and they kind of looked like monsters.
Yeah.
So I guess
that's who they are.
Yeah. But it was kind of weird watching them like all together. Like it did make sense. Can we call when Eric throws Ivar's ass into a person? Can we just call that the assisted sting face? Because that's what I call it, and I think it's funnier. Like just no.
Like a stink face alley-oop.
Yeah, it's if they were Samoan, they would call it the assisted fucking sting face.
An homage to.
Yeah. Because it's an homage to his cousin that we're referring to as a cousin, even though he's way not related. Yeah.
He slept with a Viking once. What was that laugh? Anyways, OC interfere, Viking Raiders go out.
Stare at Cedric. Cedric looks kind of like, what's going on? They're like, grrr.
Yeah.
Glare. Happy.
We're here for you.
Yeah.
I think it would be better if Cedric was scared for a second. Like, he's like, oh, fuck, I just got my ass kicked.
Like, he just, like, is laying on the ground. He's like, fuck is this?
Yeah.
They're the nice Vikings.
They only rape half the village? The nice Vikings.
Yeah.
Then we had Sasha and Bailey. Promo, which was cool. Bailey looked pretty fucking heel, which is awesome. Because I think by the end of this week, you really are cementing like Bailey as a heel and Charlotte's gonna be face.
But then it's weird. Yeah, it's so weird. It's like a really awkward transition. It's like you're a heel, and then you're a heel, and then now it's Charlotte too.
Yeah.
It's like now you're a face. And it's like, oh.
You really, the crowd really isn't behind you right now. But
yeah, well, they're just as confused as us. Like,
I think it's doing what happened to Becky again for Sasha and Bailey, where it's like, yeah, guys, it makes sense for you to be pissed off and angry. It really is just burying Charlotte more as like any attempt to make her happy. He's like,
well, yeah, we'll get to the tag team match because that bothered me. What the hell happened?
I forgot.
Slow down his shirt.
I forgot how to drink.
God. Looking for sponsorships for any bibs.
Yes.
Biz, depends, whatever. anything. We'll throw out your name.
Yeah. Medical devices or things pretending not singing. I would love like a game sponsorship.
All right, so we got that promo, and then Firefly Funhouse promo tease.
We did have the best thing of the entire week, which is the shot of Becky and Charlotte glaring at each other in the locker room,
right.
just like motherfucker. That was fantastic.
Becky has the best glare.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And that's what bothered me with the tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, Firefly Funhouse preview.
Connor Cures Kids.
I put Cancer Kids as my name for it, but
Wow, I put Connor Cure Kids. Yeah.
Connor's Cure, not Connor Cures. We're both wrong.
Roman comes out.
Sorry. But Roman, it was really cool. And it wasn't like a thing related to the week, but it was really nice seeing Roman be very compelling and caring. I liked this Roman talking because it was like, oh, cool.
It was him. It was just him.
If you talked like this,
it was Joe.
Yeah. Hey Joe, if you talk like this during shit where you're struggling, you'd be fine. Yeah. It's just that the rest of his character's kind of like a rough one to deal with.
Yeah. I laughed my ass off on the one they did on SmackDown. I don't think they showed it on Raw. And that what was his name? Julius cut his little promo, and then he's like, "Is that good?" And then Roman's behind the camera. Couldn't have done it better myself. I was like, ah!
Yes! Oh my god, you're right. Yeah. I like that you opened it to just knowing this is going to be a thing.
Yeah. But I thought that was hilarious. Like, I started laughing so hard. I was like, he did do it better than you.
Also, Roman talking to about this, he had more lines than he did in Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Did you see Hobbs and Shaw?
No.
I would not have known if his character's name, or I would not have known his character's name was Mateo, if not for the credits. Because he literally went ooh ah and grunted. And they kept putting cameras on him, like they would focus on him, like he's fucking important. And you're like, he gonna talk, right?
So it's just an episode of Monday Night Raw.
It was fucking great.
So it was like Zelina in Fighting With My Family. I think she had like 3 words.
Yeah, it was.
Who are you?
More less. Well, I mean, he did go ooh ah, and he was funny. It was like that thing, like, do you remember like when Stone Cold first started doing like Hollywood movies, they fucking incorporated a stunner, and you're like, really? Okay. Like they did that, and you're like, what is this? Because he could have. It's not like a movie where they're doing compelling acting where he's got to like.
I would have loved if there was a fight scene. You see Roman in the back. Superman punch.
He does. He does do the haka. He does do that. He does not talk though. But his name's Mateo. He's given a fucking, and he's in like the bolded credits, not the like. By the way, this guy there.
The top 10.
Samoan 3.
Did you guys by any chance hear anyone boo? Or when he said how he had leukemia, did you guys hear a boo? I was really confused. I was like, oh, I must be hearing things.
I think I did hear something. It was, I don't know if it was a boo, but it was somebody being loud. And then it was like, you can almost hear the other people like, shut up.
Yes.
But I did think that the cameraman needed some more work because they panned over all the kids and there's like a kid yawning, one kid like sleeping, just like, are we done with this? Those kids look so...
They're tired. Chemo takes a lot out of you.
I mean, we don't have to bring them all out. We can just show the vignettes.
They should have got some fucking healthy kids who could maintain...
I felt bad for those kids.
That's the goal! That's why we need to donate something not like this. But I do get you.
But the kids look very bored,
yeah.
Is what I was going to say.
Hey, better than scared. Every time they bring kids out, I mean, I don't know about you, but if I were a kid on TV, I'd be like, fuck this. Like, eyes wide, like,
Scared shit.
Try not to pee.
Don't pee your pants.
Already did. Fuck. Okay, keep going. But I did notice that. But That I kind of want to watch it back now because if that's the case and if there was a single boo,
I heard somebody say something like,
Yeah.
it was like quiet and it was like, brr, and then you like hear something and it was like I said, you almost hear somebody like, shut up, idiot.
Okay.
Maybe not to that
All
extent, but
that'd be great.
I did hear that too. I picked that up. It was funny. Anyways.
I was rooting for cancer.
Just stop. God.
So anyways, Becky and Charlotte.
Big pop for Becky.
Yeah, Becky Charlotte versus Sasha Bailey.
What did I say? I said Becky Charlotte.
Yeah. And I just said Becky had like a big pop.
Oh, okay.
Charlotte's back in
I
the
thought I
heat.
said it backwards or something.
Oh, no.
This is an awesome match.
Yeah, it was a great match. It was amazing.
The only negative thing I could think about was that other women's matches don't get this much time, and I was kind of like,
well, I'm surprised it was this early.
well, yeah.
But the one, I will say, the one negative I have is Becky and Charlotte for glaring at each other in the back. There was no, like, little animosity in the ring or during the match, and that bothered me. I was like, something.
Yeah, it was
like a forced tag or, I didn't see anything that was like...
Yeah, they dropped it all, and it felt weird.
And it was like, you guys have been going back and forth for, 2 years, and all of a sudden, hey, look at, we're a cohesive team.
Yeah.
Like,
You've been knocked down the card because you were not the chosen person anymore. Like, there's so much story there. Yeah.
That was my only negative. The match was great. Everything was great.
It was weird. Very early in the match, they had Charlotte and Bailey together for an extended period of time, which usually when you do like a tag match and it's like people who like half the tag match will be in a belt match on a pay-per-view, you don't tend to give them a lot of time together,
Yeah.
Like when you have like Drew and Blank versus Roman and someone, and Drew and Roman don't touch each other for a long period of time. This happened early and for a while, and I was like, oh, cool. But it didn't. The match felt good. Other than that, too, it did. I kind of wanted to see the animosity, although I think they are trying to make Charlotte a face here.
Oh yeah, big time.
It just doesn't feel like it. There's no crowd support behind it. It felt like, okay, so we have 3 pissed off people in Becky.
Yeah.
And 3 people who are really pissed off. Yeah, who's pissed off is justifiable, but I think everyone here, I can understand why you're all pissed. Yeah. This made me excited for Clash.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to both matches. But, like I said, I just don't see how there wasn't any sort of little dig.
Yeah.
Just something. Yeah, it bothered me. That was the only thing.
One, it's something where it would have made sense where sometimes they have it where a tag team that's established breaks down for no reason in the middle of a match, and it's like, just keep this, you guys can still win, but look pissed off at each other or act it, not just be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did think it was interesting that Charlotte got the pin over Bailey.
Yeah.
And
which probably means Bailey's gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
But anyways.
I hate Bailey. I feel comfortable saying that today.
Wow.
You can't hit me.
He is still watching though, and he loved this match. I know that. You tell me that.
Yeah, right.
So
I want to put the belt in Trish Stratus.
Who's been where?
No, or Maria Kanellis. We have her in a contract. I think we should utilize her.
Oh, okay.
That is how I truly feel.
Right.
So it's a hot mic this.
Pipe bomb.
Yeah.
Here's one's pipe bomb.
Yeah.
Hey, Bailey, if I was in Bailey, yeah.
Bailey's the fucking worst Kylie Ray fucking knockoff ever. Stupid fucking bullshit. Goddamn used car lot. Fuck all entrance. Dipshit crowd reaction.
I think he'd be excluded next week.
Eric, we don't need you to cut that fair.
And I'm out.
Or he just calls me Eric the entire show, which is like, oh shit.
I'm not mad at you, just disappointed.
No, I think that's his regular state.
I think knowing him from, I think I get that, like, where it's just indifferent. Oh shit, I fucked up. He's not giving me hell.
He does the entire show like this next week.
It just talks to you, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Hey guys, it's
I hope you like getting cheers. It's never happening again.
Anyway. So after that match,
We recapped hour 1.
and then
For a long time.
Yeah. And then I thought it was cool that they had the OC do the little promo and
Mm-hmm.
Dolph and Rude went back there. I was like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, expand it. Like,
Yes.
this would be cool. Like, we need factions. Factions. 3 people are in a faction. Those are friends.
Finn's been out for a while. Finn should come back too. Finn should be a part of this.
Yeah.
I know Finn's on a different brand. I want OC everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It'd be so great. Like the NWO.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah.
OC blue. OC blue. OC red. OC hot. The OC when the Usos come back. So that,
Icy
OC
hot patch?
Yeah. OC hot. Ice. OC hot. The Usos. It writes itself the UC versus the OC, or they're the same. Yeah, they're all together. I'm okay with this. Just keep expanding it.
It'd be so confusing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Lacey Evans, the Lacey and the OC.
No.
Toot.
She needs something. Anyway, then we got Ray.
Mysterio and Grand Metalik brought to you by Sonic.
Oh, what's it?
That was Michael Coulson. Rey Mysterio going in action with Grand Metalik brought to you by Sonic, and I was like, wait, what?
Why is something? Never mind.
Because it runs through you about as fast as they ran through this ring.
It was the. Yeah. Anyways, good match. I liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Metalik had 4 belts in at one time in a promotion, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
I think this is a thing that Ray should do and can do well is, again, factions, a new LWO would be fucking great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he could really highlight these luchadors. They're good. They're good performers. There's a reason they're in the WWE. Oh, yeah, they're good people, too. But we never get to see them because they're fucking Lucha House Party getting crushed by that racist. Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
one?
he's gone. For the most
Yeah,
part.
they beat racism. Ultimately, racism lost.
This was like my favorite match, so.
It was.
Yeah, no, it was
It was
amazing.
crazy.
It
I
was
mean,
great.
I kind of.
And you know, we've seen glimpses of Mentalik with Lucha House Party, but it was so great, like seeing him showcase by himself. I was like, holy shit!
Mhm.
I almost was rooting for him to win. I was like, all right, go.
Yeah.
I love their chemistry. I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, this is like dancing.
Yeah.
That's great.
And that thing that Marsh, and we've all said about AEW, that's been frustrating
Were you
with.
putting your head down? Or
Yeah, I was looking at it. Looking up
He's
facts.
doing both.
But where the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers perform, and they have to like find each other and make each other fit into their spots, and it's very obvious. Like it feels like a circus act versus a match. Everyone floats so well.
And see, that's why I'm not a Young Bucks fan. You know, I go against, popularity, but I just... so weird. But anyways, we're not talking
Sorry.
about it.
Yeah.
We're not
But
talking-
Metalik, great job.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I was legit nervous for Mysterio's neck.
Yeah, I thought he got killed for a second.
Yeah, when he or the way he got landed on, like where he fucking like ass plants on his head. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This is brought to you by the Sonic Slushy.
Oh, he's gonna need some to ice that down. Nothing like a blue raspberry Onyx slushy or Sonic slushy, which you can get. I'm told for this much at this time.
Happy hour.
Yeah.
Didn't they do happy hour at Sonic?
Yeah, it's weird. They don't serve liquor, but they have happy hour. Yeah.
Not so happy.
Is it that much more expensive otherwise? Because if I'm paying more than half your price for anything at Sonic, no.
Yeah.
No.
The other thing I was trying to notice on Metalik's mask that I've never noticed before, which I thought was really cool, is because you always see the luchadors and they have stuff on their face. And it looked like he had little emblems on the back of his mask, and it looked like 2 little eyes. And I was like, that'd be cool, like, eyes on the back of your head type of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kept trying to focus on it, but he's moving around too much.
They're too quick. Stop. I don't like raising masks. Again,
with the blank ones.
With the fucking this heads out and shit. And it makes sense because it's probably very hot in those, but it just looks weird as hell to me. I miss old Ray masks. I miss my favorite Ray gear. Again, fashion was when he had the Louis Vuitton print.
I hated that one.
I loved it so much. It was so stupid. This was like peak 2000s fashion. This is Louis Vuitton print.
I like that mask he had that looked like it was made out of wood. Yeah. I forgot when that was. It was recently, but that one was badass.
I wanted to bust out old stuff. I think it'd be cool if he brought back just random, like, really old stuff. Well, he might have gotten...
More of the question marks.
Yeah. I wonder if he's gotten a lot bigger, though, because he does look bigger. Like, wider.
Yeah.
Dubsy.
So you're saying he can't fit in his own suits?
Don't make him spit.
After that, we got a wonderful Street Profits promo.
I love the Street Profits. So high.
No, we cut. Didn't we cut to Rollins and Alexander and Braun like fake talking and then commercial?
Maybe I didn't care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. These are highlights. That was not highlight.
And it's not. Yeah, it's true.
But I love the Street Profits. That's why I wrote like I was drunk. I love how they yell, how hyped up they are, how one of them seems very high, how they pick up women.
Same shit, fam.
Yeah. Same.
I wrote I still hate these people.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Those people? What people?
No, actually no. I wrote I still hate them so much. Network plug fucking stupid. That's what I wrote.
Stupid. Did you put O's in stupid?
I put a bunch of O's.
I felt myself getting dumber watching them talk. It's like, fuck.
Marsh!
Yay!
We're trying not to fuck up too much.
We're almost done. Love saying that's it.
And we were just getting through Street Profits, which were awful.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a shame.
I mean, there's the thing I was going to say about the Street Profits in that the way that they do the let me pick up this girl thing. There's been a lot more really shitty, like it seems like we're regressing back to really shitty picking up women parts of all of their content. Because it's this, Otis in his Instagram post about Mandy, which are funny but creepy as shit.
Yeah, I heard they're creepy.
They're fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Large. These people.
God.
Producer, am I right?
Yeah. That's why she's not on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Realistically, you're not on camera to keep yourself safe.
I hate you all.
Like yeah.
So, one thing I did right after the Street Profits promo was the Daniel Bryan Roman clip, the video montage. When Roman's doing something, there's a guy in the audience that's wearing a DX shirt, and he's almost like the guy that, you know how they keep showing that clip of that guy, like, when Brock beat Undertaker, he's like yeah, he's got, like, the same expression on his face. It's hilarious. The dude in the DX shirt, he's just like,
yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck?
It was not that much. It was not that much of a thing.
But, yeah, that's all I wrote about that.
Yeah.
Then we had Joe, Ricochet, and Baron
Cole.
Mr. Baron.
I feel like this match, I feel like it was meant to get Ricochet over, make him look fantastic. It got everyone over, and I feel like Corbin got over the most.
Yeah, I like Corbin.
Yeah, by the end of it, he was actually getting chance.
Yeah, I was going to say, Baron had chance throughout the match. Yeah.
Ricochet.
It was the, let's go Baron.
Baron sucks! But it looked fucking good.
Yeah.
Everyone had moments that would look fantastic. I loved Ricochet where he was, like, going back and forth across the ring, knocking them both out. And then Joe and Ricochet looked really good and showed how moving and verbal Joe is. And then Corbin looked like a fucking badass heel.
Yeah. It was great. I loved it. I loved Baron one. I was really excited about that.
Yeah.
I still really like Joe. I kind of just want Joe. But they were
Joe
all
to
so
win
good.
too, but
I
don't know. I
hard.
liked Baron too. And I loved how Baron did that, like, I think it was like a powerbomb, but he threw Ricochet against the ring post.
Yes.
That was awesome.
And I did love how Ricochet sold it, because
Yeah.
he just, like, so over dramatic. Oh my god, Corbin's so strong.
Yeah. It was almost like a Mortal Kombat fatality. Go.
So it was so cool because Undertaker was never super muscled up dude,
Yeah.
but a lot of his moveset was people helping him out. Like the last ride looked bomb, especially when he had someone who could jump into it.
Yeah.
Because like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like when it was Ray and he could hold Ray up because Ray weighed nothing and just throw his ass down. Like because Corbin's like 6'8", he's a big boy. And then having somebody who's little who can work with it, yeah, he looks like a monster.
Yeah.
Good. I was really happy that Corbin won. I know producer says she would prefer Joe having won.
They were all really good.
Yes.
So, I mean...
The other thing, speaking of Undertaker and, people helping him out, is Baron had that sequence where he does like that power bomb and then lifts them up and like kind of flips them, and then he goes into the deep six. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. That looks great. And the only time I've seen that done with somebody else is with Seth Rollins, where he does it, he hits them and like flips them back up, and then grabs them and does that thing. And I think that looks amazing. But I think there's only a few people that he can do that to that have the ability to.
Yes. It's got you got to pair it up right, and it's like when you watch someone who doesn't jump into like a choke slam, and it's like that.
And it's like
versus the hold for a long ass time and then drop. Yeah.
But yeah, I love that Baron won. And the fucking crown looks fragile as shit.
It did not look. It looked like he was gonna break. Honestly.
Yeah.
It's like one of those like fake tiaras. You see it like medieval times, or like
they just put a couple tiaras, glued them together, and go, here's your crown.
So break that's the last one they had in Party City.
Yeah. But I mean, the other crowns were like all badass and had felt or velvet or something on the inside, or around it. They looked badass. And then this one, it's like, what the fuck is that? Like,
it looks like we're short on money.
Yeah.
It really does. Yeah. It looks like something you could...
Come on, use that Saudi Arabian money and buy a fucking crown.
Reasonably, you could watch that show and we could make that crown.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Jerry Lawler probably has one who's going to sell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know he has a basement full of crap.
You can buy one for $50 from Jerry Lawler.
I can imagine breaking into Jerry Lawler's house and going into the basement like, Jesus! Just gold flickering off the wall. It's all crowns and belts.
Yeah.
Like,
And affliction shit.
Which we are not advocating.
No.
Do not break into Jerry Lawler's house.
Don't steal anything. Let's break
Oh, no, it
in
wasn't
like
Jerry
a
Lawler.
music.
It was
Charles
Robinson.
Yeah.
That's why maybe Jerry Lawler broke into Charles Robinson's house.
Oh.
And that's how you'll find out that Jerry Lawler stole it all.
The twist.
Yeah. So break into Jerry Lawler's house to find out that, and have a look around. I imagine it's awesome. And then just leave. Don't take anything. Leave. But make sure you have nitrile gloves. Either way.
No, none of that.
Make sure you're wearing a GoPro.
Yeah, and I'm the worst.
We didn't say these people.
Marsh's like disappointment makes me intimidated, so I act like a
He's
better
in
person.
his hotel room, banging his head against the door like Goldberg. I can't leave these two alone. Will you suds me?
Yeah, which one do you want?
I'll take the black one.
Black one.
Instead on the rocks tonight.
805. Yeah, instead of on the rocks, it's Wrestling Buds and Suds. It's my spin-off show. Catch me out on that Twitch.
Buds and Sons is a fucking good ass name though.
Wrestling Buds and Suds. Like our new t-shirt that's coming out.
It's not.
Hopefully.
We only make it in 3X and higher. It's great. It's a great PG.
You're gonna turn into a Ric Flair pro.
It's a great PJ shirt for women. It's
Alright, so next we have...
Lacey and Natty. Natty wins. Natty won. That was cool.
You know what's sad about this is that I saw Lacey and I messaged Marsh and I was like, oh man, is Lacey gonna be with some jobber? Because I was like, oh, they didn't announce who it was. I bet it's gonna be some jobber.
Yes, Natty.
I know. I feel so bad about that.
Natty's an enhancement.
Oh man.
By the way, this one's 805. Pretty good. Born on California's Central Coast.
I just wrote.
You have
Jim
the Anvil Neidhart, Natty the Jobber Neidhart.
Aww.
Natty the Hammer.
No.
No.
Sounds.
No. Alright.
I was gonna make a joke about
I know.
plastic surgery being
No.
done with a hammer.
No. We love Natty.
Natty's awesome. I'm an asshole. I'm the worst person.
I just wrote, can Lacey go do burlesque already? Because she's stolen everything else from burlesque. I expect her to be wearing pasties one day and just, yeah.
No.
See what I'm saying?
And her foot keeps slipping on the rope.
Her what keeps slipping?
Her foot.
Oh.
Well, every time she does that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which is gonna be bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's gonna be a bad botch one day. Broken leg.
Yeah, we should be on that Don't Try This at Home video, which just
Yeah.
draws and then Lacey.
Is anyone else interested in this person, this match out there?
No.
No?
Oh.
I mean, I don't. It's weird because I look at Lacey and she's got some athleticism to her. She's got some talent. It's very raw, and it reminds me. And I'm not saying she's anywhere near the level, but it reminds me of Ronda when Ronda first came out, where they kept showcasing her, and it was like, this is unpolished, and you need to, put it in the tumbler or however you polish it.
Put a diamond in the tumbler?
That's how you get the gems out, right? You put it in the tumbler. And...
Well, not diamonds, but yeah, like a...
Okay. Whoa. What the hell?
Sorry,
God.
Today. I drink baking soda and water to be good, but I don't feel like it's helping.
Baking soda?
Yeah, like you put baking soda and water. It neutralizes the acid, so you're good. But
I would throw up if I drank that.
That's what I feel like is gonna happen. There's gonna be projectile in tonight's show.
You get bomb ass burps that smell like
Like the volcanoes.
Yeah.
Just us now.
It's not like fridge.
Sorry. You were gonna say stuff.
I know.
Then...
Okay.
So one thing I did right from this match is Lacey had Natty in the corner, and they did the breakup. And I think Lacey pushed her or hit her or something, and Natty just turns around and slaps her.
Yeah.
If you guys go back, watch the ref's face. It's awesome.
What was the expression?
He was just like,
shit.
He's like, dang, you just slapped that girl.
She fucked up.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever we have a Lacey match, ever since the one match where the fucking cameraman put the camera and felt like inside of her, I'm like, if she does a career in burlesque, I don't think she's gonna do well unless she has a cameraman. But also, and the reason I say this, she got frightening arms. To your point, I feel like if they were gonna treat her like Ronda, get her ass off TV for a bit.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, because Ronda looked like shit, then looked better because you had her every 2 months wrestle.
Yeah.
And she was evidently trained with H the entire time.
Yeah, and I heard during that she was also doing house shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Working with
People who
But I think this would be a great time for a fake injury. Hey, just put her down. Let her train. Let her do this. Not put her down.
Put her down.
I meant put her down in development. Old Yeller is gonna hurt me. Hey.
Now we make glue out of her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I thought like, do they not do fake injuries because they feel bad about it, but then they do fake injuries anyway? Just get them off TV because there's a few people that really would do well with a vacation. Pay them, let them learn, let them do something. Roman, Charlotte, for real. Well, because he was out for a while, and I know it was there was a reason for it, but he didn't come back any better. It's like, oh, I was kind of hoping that in addition to not having cancer, he might.
What, improve? I mean.
Well, yeah, just new moves.
Yeah.
Like something.
But busy.
Yeah.
They
also was actually evidently filming that movie too a lot during it.
Doing one shower.
They had him for a lot of the last quarter of that movie. I'm not kidding. I was like, fuck, this is awkward. We should do a watch along of Hobbs and Shaw just for that because this is fucking hilarious.
I'd go recover in Hawaii. Good for him.
Yeah.
But speaking of injuries, fake injuries and stuff like that, did Elias really break his ankle?
Yes.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Because they said, oh, he broke his ankle, and I was like, when?
Yeah, I didn't believe it either.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't see it. Not saying, he could have done it on a house show. I never looked it up, but...
Yeah.
Falling downstairs, some dumb shit.
Yeah. He
I was at Sprouts, fuck.
He drops his guitar on his foot.
These are heavy, shit.
It wasn't a fake one. Alright, so anyway.
He broke it because how tight those jeans are.
Yeah.
I bought a pair of jeans that didn't fit, and they are Elias jeans. They are that, like, Jesus.
Sometimes you wear stretchy pants.
They're stretchy, but you see too much.
Not in the right parts. Anyways.
You guys see us live, right? Because Marsh said that we crashed, and I was like, what?
No, yeah.
Yeah, real life.
I don't.
You don't?
I see it.
Oh, no, I do.
Huh.
I just was not watching, I guess.
Much more.
Oh, wow. It started playing from the beginning because you just had me give Bell.
Oh, sorry.
He's okay.
I'm glad that we have 2 viewers per the norm.
Don't knock on some viewers! I'm not seeing Marsha's. Or did he text you?
Yeah.
Supposed to put that in the chat.
I did the Otis. I don't know, we're staring at our phones and this is what I see.
Oh, alright. Well, maybe it was nothing. So, alright.
Right.
Sorry.
But
So now you got the win.
yeah.
Sharpshooter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lacey tapped weird as hell.
I know, that was weird. She looked like a baby buddy.
Which, if that counts as a tap, the amount of times you see people trying to get for the ropes and they're going like,
Yeah.
And you're like, that's a tap. That's a tap.
Yeah. Or the ones that used to sit there and be like,
Yeah. She's like seizing in the ring.
Yeah, close enough.
Aww.
So then, after that, they showed a thing about Enos Cantor winning the 24/7 title from R-Truth. Former
Yeah.
Knicks center. Did you not see that? No.
I didn't hear about it. That was
I
the
fell
first
asleep
time.
when I rewatched the Hulu version for the last minute of this.
I did see it when I was like, yeah.
So, Enos Cantor was a former New York Knicks center. He went out there and they're like, oh, look who's here, this and that. And he recently joined the Boston Celtics. R-Truth went out there to, hey, talk about something. And he pins him. And the ref pins him or counts it and he wins the championship in the end. Does his sweatshirt and he's got his Celtics jersey on. So, everyone's booing and stuff like that. And then Truth rolls him up and pins him. And, that was it. But the cool thing about this is that if you don't know who Enos Cantor is he's actually, I think they might be engaged now, but he's going out with Brooke. Dana Brooke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So, I don't know.
cool.
Obviously, she probably had something to do with that, but because it was just an awkward spot that they said happened before the show. Yeah. But yeah, I wrote that down.
I think it'd be cool. I mean, if you're gonna have it be like traded out like on TV, keep doing that. Go crazy with it. It could be kind of. I mean,
let LeBron win.
have it appear in just random ass shows.
Yeah.
Like have it appear in like recut an old episode of NYPD Blue like from 10 years ago. It's like, holy shit!
Was that guy's name Schmidt or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Schmidt's got the belt.
Like that episode where he says "fuck" in it, just that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But how hilarious would it be if, let's say Larry Fitzgerald from the Cardinals.
Oh yeah.
He wins it, and after a game, a press conference, he's got the belt like on his shoulder. Like, that'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
If you're making it this big of a joke and, running with it, like you said, throw it around everywhere. They did that Fox Sports gimmick, where that announcer won it.
See where you can get people doing
Yeah.
I'll do this. Like, have fucking a cabinet member at the White House, because they don't...
Yeah. But, like, anyone that's familiar with baseball knows Marlins guy. The dude that, he always wears his bright orange Marlins jersey, and he goes to, like, every World Series, and sits right behind home plate.
So he's like the WWE green shirt guy?
Yeah. But have him, like, at the World Series with the belt on. And just be like, woo! And be like, if you didn't watch the World Series, you saw the belt. You know what I mean? Like, he won it this way. Like,
I always wonder with like that guy, or the guy that would always dress up as Hulk, like way like Hulk, who's at every pay-per-view for years. What is your what do you do? Because are you in?
Where do I sign up?
How for have money for funding this?
Yeah.
Like, you're living your best life. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is where I wrote, I wish they wouldn't announce Undertaker. So, yeah. That's where they announced it.
Like I said, I was asleep, so...
And then we go to...
Firefight Funhouse.
Woo!
With Stranger Danger.
Yes.
Stranger Danger.
Which, it was weird, it was good.
Of course, it's going to be weird.
It was weird and like a not a normal Funhouse weird. It was like just kind of like, Stranger Danger, Stranger Danger.
Do you think the reason they did this was because people were like, why didn't he go get Stone Cold?
Maybe.
And I feel like this would have been a cool spot for Stone Cold to have let someone go over him, but Stone Cold famously is kind of he books himself very specifically, and he's gone on the record as saying, well, I don't feel like that's good for business. He's not as bad as Hulk Hogan, but I could see this having been way big, because nobody's gone over Stone Cold. And it could be really cool for that to have happened.
Yeah. And he mentioned Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But who was the stranger? I forget. I didn't write it down.
Oh, that was the Stranger Danger that you said. It was like a stranger who just friends you haven't met yet.
Yep.
And,
well, I thought they referenced somebody.
It said,
well,
yeah.
Because it was like, oh, Braun and Seth. Because he challenged one of them at Hell in a Cell.
I think he's challenging whoever wins it. Like, he's just putting out
whoever
wins it.
But I thought they said there's a Stranger Danger.
Their
was
friend.
it AJ?
No, their friend who was with him, which was a Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was thinking about.
It said friends forgive, but the Fiend never forgets.
Yeah. And then the clock, everyone's going ape shit over this fucking clock.
Are they?
Because it was 3:16.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And it was,
that's right.
One of the few things I saw was, I saw the Survivor Series, and then I saw that 11/19 was Taker's debut.
Shit.
And then they were sitting there saying, hey, is this a dig at Taker? Is this, leading to him going after Taker, eventually?
Well, this has been our dream retirement since we first saw the Fiend, so you saw it here first.
Yeah, exactly.
Please Taker, put him over.
Yeah.
Please.
And then the other one is the, was it Ezekiel 11/19?
Wait, it could also be with the Gobbledygooker, because the Gobbledygooker also debuted 11/19.
No, was it?
Same Survivor Series as the Undertaker.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, I think.
No.
Oh.
Undertaker's actually supposed to come out of the egg. And they switched to the Gobbledygooker. Which also was Eddie Guerrero's brother.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was Hector Guerrero.
I love that Woods brought it back. That one time. Shout out to Xavier.
Best you did.
Awesome.
2 million subscribers, and he has a video with Triple H. So, cool.
But yeah. And then, so I said Ezekiel 11:19, which is something about, I forgot it. Something about your friend, and you'll replace him, I forget. I like that for a while.
Yeah. Right.
brief. I'll give them an undivided heart and put a new spirit in them. I will remove from them their heart of stone and give them a heart of flesh. Ezekiel 11:18.
That could work.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, alright, cool. Like, those are the three things that I heard.
From the Bible.
The Bible.
Yeah.
The good old Bible.
Good material.
But I thought it was a cool little, like I said, those are the two I heard, and I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Right. Then we had the 10-man match.
Yeah.
Which was Cedric won. It's kind of a train wreck, but I mean,
Yeah.
when I saw it, I was like, this is going to be either very long and very annoying or very rapid. And
Yeah. But did you guys hear, it was like a brief, I think it was Cole that said it, that Rude and Dolph call themselves the Vultures of the Raw tag teams? Yeah. Yeah. I heard that and I was like, oh, the Fiend, like, cool. And then I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And they didn't really go into it, but they're like, oh yeah, they call themselves the Vultures of the Raw tag teams. And like,
you just hear someone say this, it sounds cool.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It didn't sound cool. They didn't like it.
I'm going to buy a Vulture shirt.
Yeah. I was thinking like the music site, Vulture. Yeah. But yeah, so Cedric won. Stone Cold came out. Stone Cold had a beer bash, trying so fucking hard to get everyone over. Stone Cold's music hit before it hit instead of Cedric's for the win, which is weird as shit. Because I thought that Cedric had way better music now.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's cool.
Who's
Wait,
coming out?
fuck.
Oh.
No, but he's trying really hard. I think the most over person is Cedric.
Yeah.
I think he could do it, but I think everyone else there is.
Until you watch SmackDown.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say, I laughed my ass off when Corey, everyone's favorite, when Ivar does the little cartwheel out of the way, he called it the Circus Panda elbow.
And we can't call the other thing the assistant stink face, because assistant stink face is better than that. I think of that as fat flop and fly. What do you guys think that the Viking Raiders move should be called? Because we have some ideas. Give us a heads up, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Just up on the old twatter.
I like how you say "you guys" as if anyone but us is watching.
Y'all. It's being hopeful. Maybe.
People watch reruns.
We only need one important person who, for some reason, thinks, you know what I want to do with my billions of dollars? Give that to them through Twitch. It's not probably going to happen, but if it does, yes.
Well, you know what's funny is I saw a video of, I forgot who it was, but they were giving people money on Twitch. And it was like, one of it was like, when you're staring at a screen, studies say you don't blink enough. So he gave them $1,000 every time they blinked in a minute. And it, exactly. So they're like, ooh, and then, they got the notification, oh, you got $5,000, dollars for this, and people started crying and stuff like that, and I was like, man.
You could get, real lights.
But, anyways.
It could be like a version of the Purge if you give enough money for it. Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean...
So yeah, 10-man match.
Yeah.
10-man match. A ton of people.
Yeah.
Also, how is it that when you have these 10 people and a few of them are fairly big dudes flopping around doing stuff, the ring doesn't break, but Braun and Big Show, or Big Show and Brock break fucking rings.
They're huge.
But in that case, why doesn't every ring break during the Rumble?
Yeah! Why do we not always use the Rumble ring? We're gonna have Braun and Big Show. We're gonna have Braun, Big Show, and Brock together. We're gonna use Rumble ring. Oh.
The reinforced ring.
Yeah, does somebody get fired? Like, oh shit, Dave, you forgot to put Rumble ring out. Big guys are coming through.
Damn it, Dave.
Yeah.
He was the one walking across the parking lot when
Yeah.
I forget who, and he jumps under the production truck.
Oh shit.
So that's it for Raw.
Yeah. That was a good throw. Can't be missing. Knock it out for that. Fuck. And now for SmackDown.
I just want to see it live.
Yeah.
Alright, so SmackDown. Taker comes out.
And, okay, so we talked about old guys talking and how Steve Austin's really good. Undertaker is not good at talking. This is very weird, and I was thinking, can I ever think of a time Undertaker talked for an extended period of time that was very happy, and the answer is not really? Like, I liked Biker Taker, but I didn't like Biker Taker for talking like him because he rode a motorcycle.
Yeah.
It was that age.
Yeah.
I'm here to wrestle, and I was my note was like, is he going to come out and say I'm here to wrestle again?
Yeah. Well, my first note was somebody get him a goddamn rascal because he needs to get to the ring faster. Like,
I'm scared for WrestleMania.
It took him 5 minutes. I looked on the thing. It was like 5 minutes, and he's now in the ring. I was like,
I thought that was his thing. I mean,
yeah, but come on, do that on Raw where you have 3 hours. You got SmackDown, you got it for 2 hours. You don't need 5 minutes of taking.
Do a brisk jog on SmackDown. What's going to happen at WrestleMania when they have like the 40-mile ramp? Like,
he's gonna come in on like some motorized scooter.
a fiendish rascal.
Yeah. Oh, in a hearse. You should come in a hearse.
He's always
That's
awesome. He could do that. I'm tired of Triple H getting the car entrances.
Yeah.
Ooh. Come out on one of those like goddamn like the airport carts.
No, not a golf cart. Wow, we
Like
went
you go
from
to Green
cool
Book.
to like just nerd.
He used to come out on the motorcycle.
Came out fast as shit. Rode around the ring a few times even. Then good. Revved the bike, got out, looked at it. Yeah. I miss wrestlers coming in with cars. I miss the lowriders. I miss choppers. Yeah. And then Triple H comes out every time more and more like Mad Max.
Yeah.
But he comes up like if Mad like a rich dad in the Mad Max universe because it's always very ugly and over.
Well, it's Mad Max meets Terminator.
Yes. Or Nazis because the Iron Cross thing.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of black leather and
Those guys.
oh shit.
Those people.
Just the sound of stepping and marching. Oh shit, H, you've gone too far.
Freaking bomb sirens going on.
Yes. Ramstein playing.
Time to play the game.
I got Ramstein to do my themes now. Oh shit.
Yay. So anyways,
Crowds.
so is this the beginning of the end of the Undertaker?
I fucking hope so. When he said that, I don't know how many more times. I hope so, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I think he can come out and then have an impact being there. I think he could even, if he transitioned into a backstage role, he could do that. I think a way that the Fiend might be a really cool ending for the Undertaker would actually be multiple matches. He beats the Undertaker, then Mark Calloway comes out.
Mean Mark Calloway?
Yes.
That's when I started liking him.
Yeah.
When he came out in WCW, it was Mean Mark. I was like, hey.
Yeah.
I like that.
But he just comes out like, I'm going to come and fight you as a man. And then have him lose again, and that's the retirement. I think that'd be cool.
But he's had like 8 retirement matches against Roman. And he still hasn't gone away.
Which is why you need to make it mean something more. And I think this could do that.
I think it would be cool if they do something like that.
What are you doing?
He's trying still. If they do something like that, we should have the different versions of the Undertaker.
Yeah.
You know, ABA, American Badass, you know, the Phenom.
Everyone that's alive that used to team with him come out with him. Keon alive.
Kane?
Yeah. Have Kane come out. Have the
Who else tagged with him?
a lot.
Really?
Well, I mean, like you can have like Kane, Jericho actually got a belt with him once.
Oh,
I mean,
remember
like
that.
everyone
No,
like
it
the ministry, everyone that's been attached to him come out with him. Even have Vince come out because it's always been that backstage thing that he's Vince's boy.
Mm-hmm.
And on his last match, have Vince come out, everyone for him, and he loses.
Dude, they should do like a Montreal screw job with Taker. Vince just goes out there. You're done. You're out. Leave.
I could see that in fucking best break.
Yeah.
You thought you were doing good, champ. Shit.
And then Bray just mandible claws Vince. Shoves it down the boss's throat. And then his fingers too.
What's he doing to Vince? Oh, fuck!
Yeah.
No!
Look at the crowd, look at the crowd!
That's a 73-year-old man!
Camera 3.
He's not built for this. Camera cuts to like crowd, you just see legs kicking.
Oh, come on, don't make him spit.
You're like focused on that guy from the Antigua match, just like, and then you just see out of focus feet kicking. WWE may never hire us, but I think it'd be cool if you did. We have ideas. It probably will make your shows not airable, but we have ideas.
When you get that TV deal with Cinemax,
Yeah.
we're your boys.
So, he talks a little, and Sammy comes out.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I feel like Mark probably would have loved this.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I thought he was fantastic.
I'm sure the
Hilarious.
people in the hotel room next to him were yelling, were like hitting the wall, like, shut up!
Shut up! It's Sammy's time! Finally!
Just, so, where's he at, Missouri or
There
whatever?
are no timers on HomePod.
God! You keep setting Siri off. What the hell?
What did I say? There's no timer? Oh, it's Sammy's time. That's it. Thanks, Siri. Anyways,
So, he comes out.
says he's the future.
Oh. Says, I liked how,
Tells him to leave.
and I liked how Undertaker kind of slowly stalked around him.
I loved Undertaker's expressions of just, what the hell?
Who is this?
Confused, upset.
Just like a WTF expression. It was awesome.
Yeah, like, oh, okay. And then I liked, the future Sami Zayn, because I thought it was a good, funny, giggly line, like, Undertaker leaves, which I thought was really bomb, then comes back and chokes on him. And love Sami Zayn's like, holy shit, that worked. Like,
he's like, yes!
Yeah.
Yes! Yeah, then he turns around and choke slams him.
Zayn celebrated like crazy. Zayn jumped into it to look a good choke slam.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately cut to Shane watching this, looking pleased.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calls, and then Chad Gable comes in, calls him Shorty.
Yeah.
Elias is out. Not going to give Chad Gable bye. We'll have somebody else in the match with him.
Yeah, they'll tell us later on.
And when he said that, I immediately was pissed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, fucking no, it's going to be you, dickhead. And
I was hoping for the outside chance that it was KO.
yeah.
Mm.
I was like, come on.
Or, I don't know.
And this would have been another good spot for a return. Like the Luke Harper that they've been sitting on.
Yeah.
Just somebody. And it was just nobody.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. But,
Matt Hardy.
yeah, they showed him in the back.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
Maybe he got told he's going to be there for a reason.
And that was the thing that got me. They're like, they're like, it could be anyone, even somebody that's already competed. And I was like,
Andrade.
yeah, I was like, who can be eliminated? And that's what I was like, oh, KO. And I was like, cool, and then I was like,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then it went to Miz and Andrade.
Well, it went to Miz's entrance, and I'm so done with Miz. Really done with Miz. He didn't talk, at least.
Fuck Miz?
Yeah. Because because he just, when he's a bad guy, him being a dipshit makes sense. But when he comes out now, he's just fuck off and die.
I think the best part of this match was just on the sideline, Shinsuke speaking Japanese was awesome.
Yeah, commentary, that was great.
Oh, I was
Yes.
laughing so much.
But I thought that was cool, but I fucking hated the rest of the announce team around it.
Oh, I didn't listen to them. What were they saying? Sorry.
I thought it was funny that Corey was interpreting him, and it was funny.
It's just,
Hey, he told you to shut up, Byron.
which,
Oh, see, I tuned him out at this point.
which I hated it. I was like, God damn it, Corey. They just,
I thought the first one was funny when he said, he told you to shut up, Byron. I was like, yeah, that's funny. And then he kept it up, and it was like,
just
alright, you're beating a dead horse.
Was the crowd chanting "This is awesome" or "This is awful"? Because it felt like
I thought, I was questioning that too.
Yeah, it was weird. People, I don't know if they, I think they, I don't know. I couldn't tell the way the crowd was reacting. I was watching it, and I was a little like, is this good? Is this bad? I don't know. It was just confusing all around.
Yeah. I thought it was a decent, messy match because there's a few spots too that like it looked like they mistimed each other, like where he had to pull them back. That was shit. Like it was okay
at the end.
And... I didn't like when Byron said, "Would you like to respond in English to Shinsuke?" Because it just came out like this is already.
It came out, condescending and bad.
Yeah, it's like shit.
Zelina was heavily involved.
Yeah. That's her thing. I did like the Tranquilo spot. I did like that everyone did it. Though, I think that everyone could have done a better match.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like since Miz's show has gone on hiatus, we've not seen Miz talk.
Yeah.
As much. Which isn't bad because I'm really tired of this version of Miz as a character, but it is kind of fucked up that the moment that we're done promoting something that people are watching on the network, we're going to push you away.
Well, it was the same thing as Jinder. With the fucking...
Yeah. This thing in India is not working out fine. Yeah.
Where is Jinder, by the way? I've wondered. Is he?
He's hurt.
I don't think he's hurt.
Really?
I think he's just there.
Oh, I thought he was hurt.
Oh. Sorry. Didn't mean to keep us
Pull
off
up your
track.
Googler.
No, I think he's still there. It's just... He was great in the 24/7 picture because he was funny. But...
He had knee surgery.
Oh.
Well, okay.
He signed a new 5-year WWE contract.
That's good. I hope he gets more time. He's getting better and better.
I used to hate him. Well, first in 3-Man Band, I thought that was pretty good. And the modern day Maharaja, I didn't like it because it was so clear what WWE's intentions were. Hey, put over the Indian from Canada because we're going to India.
Yes.
And it was like, seriously? Kind of like the last Saudi Arabia Battle Royal. This guy won it that you've never heard of, and he's beating all these superstars, and you're like,
okay.
Really? Yeah. But
for the Saudi event Friday, where all these people came out, and then they had the people from the other Middle Eastern country come and be assholes, like, oh.
Yeah.
Which also back you weren't here for last week's my conversation with Marsh about Sami Zayn in Saudi Arabia. I was thinking back to that, like, you also are playing into geopolitics a little bit by bringing up the rivalries of different nations.
Yeah.
WWE.
Yeah.
Versus New Me.
What do you do that?
So that match we didn't care about?
No.
Okay.
Miz won.
There's one.
Shin's attacks him
Shinsuke.
at the end. Yeah. You know what's sad is going into whatever pay-per-view we're going to, Clash of Champions, is I feel like they're going to put Miz over. And I seriously do not want it. I like this new Shin and Sammy. Shin. Ugh, I can't even speak now. Shin and Sammy collaboration. And I think they can do a lot with it. But this might just be a 2-week thing and scrap it, done.
Yeah, no. I think Shinsuke has proven that he can be a fantastic performer, and I think you need to put him up higher. I think he proved that he could get a crowd behind him, and I always felt like there's an issue with WWE booking where if somebody doesn't speak English as fluently as they like, they really knock them down hard rapidly. Like Asuka, Shinsuke.
But see, I never liked Asuka. There's always hype about Asuka. I know you and Marsh loved Asuka. I've never liked her.
I love that.
I see the way she moves, and I don't like it. It's like chaotic, but to me, not in a good way. And like,
you've worn a shirt that said chaotic. What were you? No, that's Marcia Nick for the Tank News.
Yeah, Chaotic Bliss is the made-up name we made for
but
nickname.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but on the other side, I do think Shin should be pushed higher. I love him. He's a great talent. You know, I don't think his language barrier should hold him back. Because I think Shin and Kofi for the WWE Championship could be great.
Mm-hmm.
It could be really good. And there's just I was just gonna say real quick. It just feels like you said with the language barrier that they feel like, hey, we can't connect to a champion that doesn't speak. But then you have Brock Lesnar on the other hand that doesn't speak.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's why I'm like, this Shin and Sammy thing could be great. You know,
or Undertaker, who for 30 years has sold out things and really never spoke.
Yeah.
Like,
and then when you give him the mic,
oh Jesus, shut up.
But they still don't use people correctly. Like Zelina is not speaking for Andrade, which could be awesome because she can really talk.
And that's one that can work. And I liked when they had him limited speaking and Zelina going over him. But now it's just quiet, and it's cutting her out. But she's fantastic as a voice. I think something that, and I hope it's not for a factor of English being part of it, but we've seen so many examples of it. Shinsuke has proven he should be at the top. He should be high. Shinsuke, for New Japan, almost rebuilt the company. In the mid-2000s, they were not doing well. Then 3 people, him being one of them, came up and really started working. And there's a now it's a really big storyline, but there's a period of time where they had these 2 competing like top guys, and on one of their big shows, they let fans choose what they wanted the main event to be, and they made their Intercontinental title the main event match because of Shinsuke in it.
Oh, really?
And it was a fucking great match, but it spoke to how good Shinsuke is. That's why he's in WWE. He doesn't need to rebuild this promotion, but he can fucking do work. Yeah, his matches are never bad, and he's weird and creative. The character he's doing now is a variant of what he did there. He can do that. Just let him do it.
Let him run.
I feel like, in general, a lot of the lines that the performers are giving, I'll say performers, they're not using communication in all its forms. You know, you can use like nonverbal communication, which we just talked about, like several people who did such a great job, like even just Becky doing that glare. I mean, there's so many other things. Yeah. I just feel like you do that now from what I can see, and I don't have much of the history in the backstories, but
and I think a lot of it might just be facial expressions.
I also think it has to do with the writing, though. And these guys and gals just not taking appropriate pauses and just like really not getting the acting bit down.
I feel like what happens is they overwrite the scripts, and what they do is they don't write or teach in pace. Like they write it, basically they're saying, well, yeah, they can totally make it go over if they deliver it a certain way. Yeah, but if you're writing someone a script that's like, if you're writing someone an essay that they have to read, and they have so much time to do it, they can't really provide or work on a lot of pacing. If you tell someone, and if they have the ability, hey, I need you to go out there and tell the crowd that you are the biggest motherfucker, and you are going to get that belt from that other motherfucker and have them hate you. Go do it. There are people who can do that, and they don't need much more direction. Here, I feel like they're saying, okay, so here's what the gimmick is. Or here's the angle. The angle is that you view the audience as being sick and disgusting, and you are going to go out there and tell them how they're sick and disgusting, and you're going to wear a gas mask and tell them this and that, and here's exactly what you're going to say, and it doesn't work.
And kind of to that is, you know, one of the bigger promos, you know, probably in all of WWE history is, you know, the whole CM Punk pipe bomb. And everyone's like, because I wasn't watching wrestling back then, and they were like, you know, the pipe bomb, and I'm like, oh shit, he went off and did his thing, you know, and just told them to shove it, this and that, and then watching it, I was like, it's 100% scripted.
Kind of. They gave him an outline, but they actually let him go off.
Really? Well, you know, I don't know much about the pipe bomb, but I watched it and I was like, guys, this is this is what they wanted. This is where the direction that they wanted to go and stuff like that. And it's weird how CM Punk, in my eyes, I know there's people out there that love him. I think he's completely overrated. I think he's good on the mic, but the talent wasn't there as much as it should have been because he missed a lot of spots. If you watch old Cena and CM Punk, it just shows how great Cena is. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think going back to it all, I think of late where the shows are getting better, but I was very happy with this week overall, but I think that we really could do better in how people present themselves, and that's like the glaring weakness that keeps happening. It's like, hey, get yourself over. I mean, the being the elite, they didn't have writers for a lot of their stuff, and a lot of their stuff that got them over was outlines, and they did it. They made compelling promos. They made content that's silly and dumb, but it's theirs, and a lot of it's improv. When they would do promos, like Kenny has this fantastic heel promo in Japan where he's going out there, and in the middle of the promo, he cuts to Japanese. And he never spoke Japanese, but he speaks fluent Japanese. And he cuts to Japanese to tell them, he's very clearly, and he's even then still pacing it. And he's pacing it in a way that if you don't speak Japanese, you can still tell what he's saying and the meaning of it, because one, subtitles, but because he's pacing it out, he's going like very slow, methodical. These people need to work on that. Either give them the ability to do it, or if they're not doing it, put them in a space where they can learn it, or look toward people who can do it and move them up. It goes back to my buddy's thing. You can't teach charisma and stuff like that. You need to find people that have charisma and then turn them into superstars, or do you look at superstars that you're trying to make charismatic? And it's like...
And I get that's tough to do when you're on the road. I mean, when do you have the time to do that? That's the other thing.
But that's the thing, is that they're supposed to refine their skills before they're out on the road.
Yeah, but...
AJ, Owens, and Zayn all don't have this issue.
No.
Because they all, for a long time, worked in indies where they were doing a lot of promos. Or worked, like AJ worked in TNA. They weren't scripting too much. No. Especially when he was there.
But see, and that's what's weird, is because they, Seth's whole thing is, I did the indies, I did the VFWs, this and that. And you look at him and you're like, how did you succeed in the indies? Don't get me wrong, he's a great athlete. He's athletic as shit. But it's like, you can't speak, and like I said, that's more than half the job, if you ask me.
One, I wonder if that's maybe I think he's in the space he's in because he's very big on doing what is advised, like working within the company rules. I'm sure.
Well, it's Roman, I think.
Yeah.
I think those two are, like...
Well, Roman doesn't have the backgrounds that Seth has, but I think you give Seth this essay to read. Seth's gonna read that essay, or even if they're giving him more frame, but they're like, well, you gotta work in burn it down. You gotta work this shit in.
I hate burn it down right now.
No, I just fucking... They put it into the song and it didn't need to be there. Sorry. Producer?
No.
So anyways,
so Shane tells Gable.
Well, so he calls him short again. He's going to Matt and it's like... Yeah.
Says me, bud.
He says he's the opponent.
Shane's going to be the opponent. What are you drinking?
Big Blue Van.
Yeah.
It's just a VW van.
Yep.
College Street Brew House. Lake Havasu, Arizona. I did not know that.
Ooh, local.
Is there a college in Lake Havasu?
Brewed and canned by College Street Brew House.
Is it College Street because that's where all the community college kids go and get fucked up?
Well, that's where all college kids
go and get fucked up. In Arizona, yeah.
It's our ocean. Down to Nogales.
Anyways, so we're going to Shane and Chad. That's going to be a thing.
Then
Mandy and Cross.
Mandy and Sonya come out. Corey's nasty as fuck.
Fire and Desire, as usual.
Corey's nasty as fuck.
No, what did he say? I really just tuned him out this point.
He kept saying the greatest thing God ever bestowed on us, which Mandy's promo was fucking disgusting. Well, the I'm hot, you're ugly.
Oh yeah,
and
I wrote about that.
I was like, this is bad. Like, and the crowd was cold.
Well, see, and you know what's crazy is a couple, probably years now, when Nia and Alexa were doing it, like, oh, look, this fat whale. I was like, ugh. But the crowd was, like, kind of still behind it. This was just like, you're ugly! And it's like...
Yeah, I was wondering how many little girls are just like...
It tastes like Captain Crunch oops all berries.
Sorry, I wrote...
I'm not gonna say the book.
I wrote that I'm pretty...
Yeah.
What
It
is it?
smells Captain Crunch.
Oh, I'm good. No, I don't... I'm gonna stick to my wine. I wrote the weird promo of I'm pretty, Nikki's ugly. I just wrote oof.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
When Nia was there, I thought it was cool that they didn't go as often for you're a fat whale and stuff like that. Because it's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's just shitty to do.
Yeah. And that was Marsh's whole thing was Alexa's been, on this, body issues and stuff like that. And, she's against bullying and then her character does it and she's like, okay, let's do it. And it's like, but this was like, it was so weird and awkward,
Mm-hmm.
Talk about your skills, not your looks. And she's done it the last couple times. And the was it Hers magazine?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the cover of that, and it was like,
which is really fucked up. You put someone on Hers magazine, and then it's like, do this. Oh, yeah. I'd be like, fuck you. You put you on our magazine. Fuck you.
Well, I did like the magazine because she looks like super athletic. Like she doesn't look how she looks on the show, like some just sex symbol. She just looks like a super athlete. Mm-hmm. But this promo was like sad. I felt so bad for all the little girls who were like, "Oh, well, that's me." Yeah. They're never gonna apparently they're never gonna make it. They have no chance.
They're never gonna look like me. I hate how she kept saying that too. It was like,
fuck. And then
Alexa was even sorry. Alexa was even. No one wants to look like you. Shut up. And I thought that back and forth was kind of good, but it was like,
yeah.
Well, it was so fucking weird and bad. And then Corey is quiet for this, which really, I noticed this because doesn't say shit. Then Alexa's music hits, and he goes, and it gets better. And I was like, oh, dude, that is the worst fucking thing you could have said.
Yeah. Actually,
Jesus Christ.
You know what threw me off is when she was saying, when Mandy said, guys open doors for me. I was like, okay.
Yeah, good-looking guys. Not just any guys. Good-looking guys. I remember that too, and I was like...
This and Lacey Evans.
Is that the doorman? Chivalry is dead.
Oh, what did you say about Lacey?
Lacey and her, because Lacey's done that, like, I'm going to go home and have dinner on the... It really does smell like fucking Fruit Loops.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah. But, like, Lacey had made some lines where it's like, ooh. It just feels like you're...
Recurring favors?
I'll suck your dick for a title shot.
Yeah. Basically. I mean, it feels like we've taken the division down with these two.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which...
Well, their whole thing was, hey, we're focusing on the talent, this and that, blah, blah. And both of them got talent. And, yes, they have the diva look from back in the day and stuff like that. But it's like, you're going backwards. You're backstepping with this. You're not looking like me. You're doing the, and it's like...
Mandy is, like, so strong. She's, like, deadlifting all the other women.
Well, when she got in the match, when she got Nikki.
Yeah.
You don't see that in women's matches where they go do a crossbody and they catch them. And it was like, sweet, that was cool, and it was just kind of like a side note. Like, it was like, of course you'd have been like, or any of them, holy shit, she caught her, like,
Yeah.
Look at the strength.
And you never hear him say that. And then he's the loud, and it's bad because he's the loudest fucking commentary person when him or Alexa are in the fucking ring. And you never hear about the moves they do. You just hear that, and it just...
Oh, her ass is sticking out. Look at that. Oh, my God.
I honestly think that it's not him doing it, but I think that whoever's writing that and thinking this is the way we do that is creating this idea that this is fine now, and also pushing. Well, we need to push more of them being sexy. I don't think it's helping anyone. I think it's just making it fucking worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when when Alexa was a kid, he just said it gets better.
Yeah.
You really could have said something like that's mean. Something.
Yeah.
And producer, I remember, I forget even what match it was. It was two guys, and I heard Corey, and he was just describing the match and all the great moves that were happening.
Yeah.
And I did like a pause. I was like, wait, that's Corey? And he was like, yeah. I was like, he's never described any women like that, like in any other matches, of just what's happening. It's just how do they look, and yeah, that's the whole story apparently.
Well,
it's weird.
And even in that, it's specific people.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing that's so fucking bad is it's usually blondes, and if it's like a match of Alexa and Bailey, it's all Alexa. If it's Charlotte and Becky, it's Charlotte, and it isn't. I'll give them this with the Charlotte and Becky feud. The feud was so big you had to talk about it and try and make the skill thing out, but still, like the Queen and on just keeps going. His focus is so fucked up. It's just upsetting.
I don't know how this is driving any stories. So the whole story now is just be pretty, and you don't want to be ugly. Like just as for the company, I don't know where they're going with this.
I think, and it's upsetting that we're still talking about this. I like that.
Sorry.
No. Nikki busted out and just ran to the ring and beat ass, and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But
she reminded me of the Warrior.
Yeah.
When the Ultimate Warrior used to go down there, and I was like, yeah. And she did that, and I was like, fuck yeah.
And it was a great win, but I feel like what I'm still focused on is what happened before the match, which takes away from it. It doesn't really build the heat for Nikki. Like, it just, that happened. That was fucked up. Yeah.
So yeah, Nikki won.
How did it end?
Nikki won.
I know, but it was that weird where Sonya gets involved, Alexa pushes her off the side, and then it looks like Mandy's gonna win, and then she like reverses it and gets her in a roll up.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with that.
Yeah.
It didn't look dominant.
Yeah. I was like, you didn't make either of them. You know, Mandy looked strong by catching Cross and stuff like that, but you didn't. The ending was just kind of lackluster. It wasn't there.
With what happened prior to the match, you really needed to make Nikki look strong as hell.
Yeah, you wanted a flat win. Like, Nikki does that. I don't know what they call it. She does that like move where they're like tangled on the ropes. You know, do that to Mandy, win flat out. Cool, done.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I miss the crazy Nikki. I really, really wanted something to develop with her being like two-sided, kind of crazy Nikki / nice Nikki. I feel so bad for her character because I'm not as interested, and I really like Nikki.
Yeah, I do too. With how this went, this whole dynamic, I feel what they've done is made her the plain Nikki to the Alexis. And that's fucked up, and I don't believe that, but that's like the way that it's come off now. It's not the crazy Nikki, it's not even necessarily the athletic Nikki, it's the plain Nikki to the goddess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enhancement talent.
Yep.
But anyways, after that, heavy machinery,
Makes
drinks a weird protein shake.
I noticed that it was actually, it looked like it was, I just saw fruits in there, and I was like, I know you fuckers are drinking this because it's not them adding like fucking tuna and shit in it.
Yeah, it just looked like a smoothie. I was like, ooh, that looks good.
But yeah, I was like, oh, you're not going to drink the one that has fucking...
Yeah, it's not Becky's, like eggs and...
Orange juice and tuna.
Tuna and concrete and shit.
Yeah.
It's fiber. It's got asbestos in it.
That's what Warrior and Sting, I guess, when they were the Blade Runners, they used to drink that all the time. Orange juice and tuna. Yeah. I'm like, oh. Next week on Roasting on the Rocks, we're not drinking that. Anyways, after that, there's that.
We should have challenges for our watch logs. Oh shit. It's not that bad. Yes, it is.
Bailey and Ember do promo.
Yeah, it's Bailey and Ember do promo. Bailey hasn't changed. She's still the hugger. That's what they kept referring to.
God, I'm just so fucking over Bailey.
Yeah.
So overdone.
Wow.
So,
It's nice working with you.
it's a.
But yeah, it's weird because way back when Bailey and Sasha were going back and forth, and Bailey turned on Sasha. Yes, we got the heel Bailey. Let's go, run with it. And then there was almost like the next week, like an apology, like, yeah, I'm sorry, I hate you.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like, what the hell? And then this week, you know, she's smacking him with the chair. I'm like, cool, let's go. You're mean. And, no, I'm doing this for the division. It's me. You know,
I don't
it's
like two-faced Bailey. Just
be fucking a heel. Just
be an asshole.
Well,
Yeah.
Maybe she's got to ease into it. We don't know.
No, she's 100%. Just go. And what's weird is that in 3 days is Clash of Champions. They're making Charlotte the face, but Bailey isn't 100% heel yet.
She needs to do something super fucking heel. I want her to put the chair on Charlotte's neck and do the stomp shit.
Yeah.
That'd be cool as fuck.
Attack her in the back so Charlotte can't compete. Do something.
I thought the chair was the something.
No.
Lock her in a room
Not
with
after the chair was something, but then they go back and be like, oh, I'm not changed. I'm still.
Lock her in a room with Corey and Blue Chew.
I don't wish that on anyone.
Yeah, it's sounds frightening.
But anyways, and then we had Heavy Machinery versus Johnny Silver and Alex Keaton.
And I like the guy from fucking the guy from what was the 80s sitcom?
Family Ties.
Yeah, Family Ties.
Oh, I just put jobbers. I'm sorry.
Well, that was they put Johnny Silver and Alex Keaton because every time I've been here with Marsh, he knows the names like fuck you. So
yeah, that's exactly the reason why I put it too. I was like, I need to know these people's names, and I went back. Alex Silver, Johnny.
Wow, and I was just like you guys. I was just like jobbers.
Yeah.
Don't know.
No, Marsh is always like, is this person or this person? Fine, Johnny Silver, Alex Keaton.
Good.
Your ass kicked. Congratulations.
Good match. I thought it was a good match. I think Heavy Machinery, they've been doing these matches to help them put their moveset together because they're getting better and better at flowing moves together.
Yeah.
Like his Caterpillar's way better than it was because there's the
the whole thing was the strip tease, and I put that down. The strip tease
Yeah.
Caterpillar, and they're damn it, what's the other dude? Not Saxton.
The one from
no,
ASU?
the announcers.
Oh.
God, Phillips. He sits there and he says, because Corey's like, oh, he's getting naked, and he's like, it gets the people going. It's provocative. And I was like,
Who?
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
It doesn't get me going.
We'll have to get pregame by him fucking the ropes.
Yeah.
Which is, come on! Up, God.
But what's weird is I liked when he did the Caterpillar and he stood up and did the humps.
Yeah, I like
and the
that.
elbows, and he hasn't been doing that lately.
Well, he was in the right spot because the last few Caterpillars, he's like 3 feet away. He's like, shit.
Yeah.
And then he like long jumps on him.
But he was perfect right now, or, yesterday, and he sits there, and I was like, come on. And then he just does the elbow, and I was like, oh, there's no more humping Caterpillar.
Yeah. What he did, I thought that the way that they passed people between them looked way better. Like the toss, like, they're getting better at this.
Yeah. But once again, it's weird that the NXT talent is being brought up when they're not 100% polished.
Yeah. We're watching.
Ricochet, Aleister Black, they deserve to be there. Lacey, Heavy Machinery, could have used a couple more months. Who's the other one? Oh, EC3, we don't see him. He's being polished in the back. That's not dirty.
I imagine at some point we're gonna open like a closet door and you see 2 feet hanging. So, oh shit. No, the Viking Raiders too. I think the reason they've been putting them with jobbers is to get them in WWE shape. But they're good. I think.
But it's to make them look super strong, and it was so weird seeing Heavy Machinery against jobbers. Really, for no reason. They've been putting them over, and all of a sudden it's like,
they're
all right,
over.
yeah, here's some jobbers.
Maybe.
And it's like,
They traded out with Viking Raiders, Because I was getting sick of them with
no,
jobbers.
I've been sick of that too. But at this point, you're on the main card. You shouldn't be going against jobbers. I know you guys are trying to look strong, but there's so many other tag teams that are proven, like the Ascension, that are proven, that are on the card. Give them at least TV time.
Yeah.
Even if they get their ass kicked. A, they got TV time. B, you make the other team look good.
The Ascension needs to be beating jobbers. They need to show
Yeah.
These guys don't. Who are the fucking SmackDown Tag Team Champions? Because I just had this thought. I was like,
It is the New Day.
Yeah.
oh shit, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
We just didn't see them.
Well, Woods is hurt.
Well, yeah. Really?
Well,
Wait.
the Revival did the thing.
Oh,
the thing.
yeah. Yeah, that's right.
But see, and this is the other thing that gets me, is that Clash of Champions, every belt's up, and they never once have mentioned the tag team belt. And that could have been a whole storyline. Hey, the tag team belts are up, Woods is hurt, you know, Big E has been getting beat up. Why isn't that a thing?
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be the Revival versus New Day, and it's not pushed to the forefront. Not so much the forefront, but just made people aware.
well,
You didn't know who the tag teams champions were, and it's like
you could have even had
Clash of Champions in 3 days. Once again,
you could have had a New Day versus the Revival and Orton versus Kofi, and had it be a similar thing like, hey, are you saying you're not on the same caliber athlete as Seth?
snakes and pancakes.
Yeah.
Pancakes.
It sounds like a food.
Yeah, that sounds like a meal.
What does Stone Cold have for breakfast? Snakes and pancakes.
No more chicken and waffles and snakes and pancakes.
And my IPA.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that happened, and then...
there's a Shane and KO promo.
Yeah.
There's no fine if KO refs or does his job correctly.
Yeah, that's what his wife's watching. She's like, so wait, is he asking like KO to like make it to be bad? I'm like, no. He's kind of asking to do his job well. Wink, and she's like, I don't get this. I'm like, okay, you don't get something. English is not your first language.
Let me wink at you again.
It's funny coming from you.
You're just bad at talking.
I know good at talking.
Which, well, it was funny to me. It's also funny to me when she's just like doesn't get it, and I'm like, come on.
That's how Marsh feels about you, though.
It is one of our factors. Thanks for reminding me. I always go to work feeling so confident, wanting to blow my head off.
God. Got it dark.
Anyway.
Speaking of dark, we had Eric Rowan, and this is a dark time for the show.
Oh, yeah.
Grim, scary. When this music came, Grr, scary Viking man. Because it's just weird, like slow, generic ass music.
I had to look, because I think I was like looking down, or I was looking at my phone. I was like, who is this? And I really had to wait to see the text that it was Roman.
Considering, so he doesn't have merch. All the shirts he wears are for Scandinavian metal bands. I think it'd be super fucking cool if like one of them gave him a bomb ass opener, or he came out to one of their songs like Behemoth or something like that. But no, we get like it was almost like Dan Severn's music, like dur 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 dur.
Yeah, it's
Go.
It's just weird. I still don't know where they're going with this, and it's like at this point it's frustrating.
We didn't hire Russo back, did we?
Russo would be an improvement.
So do you guys just not like Rowan, or you don't like what they're doing?
I don't like this. I like Rowan. I'm like excited. I'm like, Rowan's gonna do things because he's a big, scary fucking guy. But this sucks.
But it's weird because every time I see Rowan, I'm like, I want Harper.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's maybe not just the tag team link, but it's like I want Harper. I want them just to beat up everyone. What the Bludgeon Brothers were supposed to be, just beat up everyone. Like that's it. And
without the weird steampunk bullshit.
Yeah. And it was weird. Like he calls himself the manipulator and the mastermind. And, it's almost like he's sitting there saying, "Hey, I convinced Daniel Bryan to do this stuff." And I was like, "Wait, he just slapped the shit out of you, and you walked away."
Well, like when he said, I'm a manipulator and a mastermind. Everyone thinks I'm a brute. And then I'm going to beat the shit out of Roman like a manipulator and a mastermind.
Like
And a brute.
Yeah. He was good on the mic.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was...
I thought he was
Oh,
I thought he
okay.
was a lot better than I was expecting. I thought he was going to be Braun.
Yeah, Braun is on our roster.
hands.
Where you see him literally...
But no, I thought he did well on the mic. You know, he's no Stone Cold by any means.
Yeah.
He's better than Seth and Roman. I'll throw that.
That's
so good
funny.
Roman.
Okay, that's true, but that's not.
Julius is still better than Roman.
I wrote that he could be better on the mic and taking appropriate pauses because felt like he kind of like ran through it and
Yeah.
It felt like that, but at the same time, I think he was pandering to the crowd.
yeah.
Because the crowd was cheering, and then he'd respond to the crowd, and then go into something, you know, like I said, I don't think he was great, but he was still good.
I think they were scared of him getting... I think the pacing on it was part of it. I think they were worried about a reaction that was not, like, angry, but just dead. So they wanted to go. Just go, and if you build it, go. Just get it done. Don't stop. Yeah, it could have been way worse. Fuck, I was like, oh, this is bad.
And then Roman comes out, and Superman punches him about 38 times.
People still love Roman.
Yeah.
Actually, does pretty decent against Roman.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Throws first at him. He beats a motherfucker with a motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, and I was watching it. Yeah. Well, and I was watching it. I'm like, oh, they go into the crowd. This is cool. You know, they were definitely pandering to MSG and New York, and I was like, cool. You know, they go in the crowd, and when they're fighting, like when they come back around and they're near the stairs, and they're right there in the corner. That fan, I kept watching it. I couldn't take my eyes off him. He was like, I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? I was like, is this guy on crack or something? Like, he's like, where's my next fix? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, and then Roman picks him up, and I'm like, oh, there we go. And then he throws him at Roman, and I was like, there we go. And it was like super obvious, and like I said, the whole time they were doing that, I was watching the fan. I was like, what is this guy doing?
It's more charismatic than half the fucking roster, though.
Yeah, exactly.
He needs to make sure that he gets the right guy.
Yeah. But I was like, he picks up some old lady in a wheelchair. Ugh!
That's a stomach grinding.
Yeah. But I was watching that dude the whole time, and I'm like, is this guy trying to steal the show? He's not cheering. He's not
the loudest, weirdest fucking shirt that wasn't a wrestling.
Yeah.
I was like, because usually it's like a bunch of Austin or whatever. Like,
yeah.
weird shirt. Okay.
And I kept watching him, and they were like fighting, but I was watching that guy, and I was like, what the hell? And then it was as soon as Roman grabbed him, it was like obvious. I was like, oh shit! Like, and you know, like producer said, they grabbed the right fan. You know, grabs a 12-year-old kid. No, put Nicholas down.
Thump.
Yeah.
Just hits him like he's holding him bad.
Yeah. Tease it up.
But I noticed the show. I was like, man, it was such an obvious. Everything about it seemed obvious. I mean, the only thing it could have been more is if you put like an Eagles jersey on him, so that it's like.
Yeah,
the only Eagles jersey in the entire stadium.
Or the WWE crew that KO was wearing.
Yeah.
Because I saw, when he was doing that, going in through the crowd, I saw security stopping him that one time. And then after that, he wore a WWE crew shirt. And I was like, really? Because some fat guy that comes through, like, hey, we gotta stop this guy. Wait, nope, he's got a crew shirt. Let him go.
You're not a wrestler. You got a belly.
Yeah,
Look at
exactly.
you.
Anyway.
But, and then he talked to himself backstage.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That's
Wait.
a word.
What'd you guys think of the match? Or, well, not match, but like
The fight?
Yeah.
It was a typical Roman match.
My worry, he's not going to beat Roman. We know that. And it's stupid because what happens is...
But see, I think this could be huge.
If he beats Roman?
Yes. If WWE puts Roman over Roman, and I want to, if we do this watch along, if I'm not called into work, I want to see how many times the announcers mess up. Like, if I wasn't on call, I'd say there should be a drink count. Like, every time somebody calls them by the wrong name, you have to take a sip. You'd be wasted by the end of this match. Rowan hits Roman. Oh, shit. You know.
You have to drink a whole bottle of beer down. This is really hard. Their names rhyme.
Yeah, exactly.
And by the way, show plug, we will be having a watch along on Sunday.
Well, I meant if I was going to be here.
Right. It will be Marsh and a mystery guest.
Who?
But anyway.
That couldn't be my ass.
Who? Am I
No.
the only one who win?
Woo.
Oh.
But anyways, I think this could be huge if Rowan goes over. Because it's unexpected.
Yeah.
If Roman goes down, Daniel Bryan's then all of a sudden like, shit, my lackey's now the Jedi became, or the Padawan became the master.
And he is a big, scary fucker. I think it'd be cool. I want to see him actually do a match. I want to see him work. Because I think he could.
He has the potential.
Let's see if he has more moves than Roman.
Probably.
Yes.
I like the throwing of the camera. I kind of like that. I thought it was different.
No, I love that.
You didn't.
I loved it. It's not the boom camera. What is it?
It's the jib camera.
Jib.
Jib.
The gimbal.
The only thing that pisses me off, and we'll see it at Clash of Champions, is when Roman was driving the car, all of a sudden there's a GoPro on the grill and stuff like that. Why didn't they show the fucking camera angle smashing into Roman? And Roman was a little to the right, and it didn't quite hit him all the way. We showed him hit that security guard or whoever the fuck it was. Like, why didn't we see that angle?
Yeah, just
as many times as they showed that angle, you know what I mean? Like, show that. Like, ooh, that would have been cool.
The reason I didn't like it was, so it wasn't Rowan who hit Roman, it was the camera operator, because of how those are counterweighted.
Oh yeah, it's
you're not pulling that down, you're breaking it, so he
Yeah.
touched the guy and goes,
Yeah.
you know, and it was just like, come on.
Yeah. No, anyone that knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're heavy ass cameras.
Yeah.
But it could be cool.
But it was interesting because people that don't know that, it was like, oh shit, he pulled it and threw it. And...
Yeah, I suspended belief. What? When they're like, oh, that's a steel camera holder.
I know,
but
yeah.
like I
cameras
said,
always make me not. I always like fall out when it involves a camera guy. I'm like, that's expensive.
One of the ones that I thought was the coolest was when The Rock picked up the camera and did
Sort of
the
filming shit.
yeah. Wasn't it Mankind?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like filming and they go to the WWE camp.
Yeah. But like I said, if they do not show that camera angle once, like I said, even if it's just heading towards Roman and then obviously it doesn't hit him, because like I said, if Roman was a little to the right, that would piss me off, because why the fuck do they have fucking, GoPros on the car that's supposed to hit Roman?
Mm-hmm.
Why do they have, all sorts of different angles, but yet you can't tell me who the fuck is driving that fucking car?
Yeah.
Motherfucker strapped the GoPro to it and hit Roman's car with it.
Yeah. I also think, in terms of cameras and me having trouble suspending disbelief, this entire angle's been very difficult because of, wait, why do we have the GoPro of this shit 3 weeks later?
Yeah.
Cunts.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden Roman has an angle that shows Roman pushing over the thing. It's like, what was it?
Why did you not get all the fucking tape?
Yeah. Why wasn't that GTV? Wasn't that Goldust? Like, the behind the scenes. Where's Goldust at? Oh, never mind. I know where he's at.
Dustin. Where is Dustin at?
Look at this angle. Look
I
at Roman.
I liked when they stopped doing commentary and made it look like real, kind of. You know, like, alright, it's a cool little inexpensive effect.
Fair.
What?
Fair. And I'll get, yeah. It was the one thing that really knocked me out. I was like, what the fuck? It just really, I was just like, because I just immediately in my head saw someone with the guy with the gimbal go, like, tilt down, boom. But gently, because you can spin those really fast, because it's the football camera. You can fuck someone up with it, because they have a lot of weight to it. You could legit fucking really hurt Roman Reigns.
Same with that equipment that fell over. Oh, Roman, look at
Roman! Stop there, Roman! Oh my god, Roman!
I bet you money if you went to the WWE warehouse where that is, it's welded together and like a
100%.
Yeah, it's hinged shit.
Yeah.
Like,
So anyways, after that we had Bayley and Ember with Charlotte ringside.
Oh wait, but yeah, Rowan talking about Roman the whole time. In the background. That was
Roman.
Sorry.
But then after that, it was Bayley and Ember with Charlotte ringside.
Ember, I feel like Ember's losing a lot. It's really...
She's losing a lot of steam.
Yeah.
And I think, like you said, and like they even said in the promo, it's Bayley trying to make the title relevant. And it's like, I see it and I don't want to see it.
I wish somebody else had come out and called her out on it, not Ember in this case.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You guys didn't like this match?
No, I liked the match. But I didn't like the significance of the match. One thing number one, it was a quick match. If you watched it on Hulu, you didn't get the commercial, where there's a commercial and show the match. And there was some more to it. One of the things I did right was there's a great thing, and shout out to Marsh, because I'm sure he saw it too, is Bayley hits Ember on like the turnbuckles, and Ember falls down. Bayley goes to get the roll up, and her hand is underneath the rope, and the ref calls one, and then he stops, and he's like, no, she's there, and Bayley looks confused for a second. He looks at the ref, and he's like, it's a rope break, and I was like, dude, that's great. Whoever that ref was, I don't remember who it was. Like, good for him, because that was the continuity that AEW's missing. Big time.
I was about to make a joke about ref discretion with 5.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that, and I was like, because we've seen it before, where somebody rolls up and their hand or foot's underneath the rope.
Yeah, it's like...
This should be a rope break. And the ref caught it, and he called it out, and he's like, and like I said, Bayley looks surprised and kind of looks over and was like, all right. And, the match continued, and I was like, that ref, like, kudos.
You're my favorite ref.
Cheers. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah. And you didn't like this match?
Nope.
Why?
I wanted, it was a quick match. It was a match that I think Ember did not come out looking strong at all, and she needs to look strong. If you're going to have these matches where someone gets beat rapidly, switch it up. Pay more attention to other people on your roster by doing it this way. We're not building up the division. We're focusing on a couple people and really pushing them down.
Well, and that's what I was going to say, is that they don't have... Because when Naomi and Mandy had their little tiff, I thought it was great, because I was like, they're developing a women's mid-card. This is awesome.
Trifling.
Yeah. Right now, I thought the same thing with Ember, is that if she's going to be, quote-unquote mid-card right now, you need to build it up a little. Mm-hmm. Make Ember look strong, and once again, make Bayley turn. Make Bayley get disqualified. Have her pull out a chair and smack Ember with it. Cool.
Yeah.
Go.
Yes, that would have been fine.
Yeah.
Or have, Mela come out and be like, have someone else do this.
Yeah.
Ember, the amount of clean losses she's getting, she has decent spots, but she's not looking strong, and then you keep putting her on, and it's kind of like when Brock was the Universal Champion, you kept having this group of 4 people going against him and losing.
Roman,
Braun, Joe,
Yeah.
Kane one time. It's like, you're not making anyone look strong. You're making one person
look great, and the other ones look like shit.
Yeah, and it doesn't really even make Bayley look great because it's such a quick match.
Yeah.
It didn't. I didn't like it. I think it was not helpful to anyone.
And the other thing that pissed me off is Charlotte goes in the ring afterwards, and that was so anticlimactic.
Yep.
She stood there and then kind of shoot off Bayley, and Bayley left. And I was like, wait a second, this is not getting me hyped up for Clash of Champions.
Yeah.
Have Bayley smack her. Have, Charlotte grab the chair. Hey, you hit me with the chair? Bam. And it was like, get out of my ring. I'm the queen. And it was like, are you the face? Or are you the heel?
I wrote that Charlotte was miming to Bayley.
Yeah. ASL, American Sign Language.
Bullshit.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Avocado.
So most of us didn't like. Half of us didn't like this match.
Wait, why does Cole get 2 votes?
Wait. How much weight?
Too much.
I bet you every double you gotta put money on that.
Next we got.
KO thinking.
Yeah. KO sitting.
You know what's cool about this is that I know Marsha's been to MSG and I've heard it. And they've showed it. They have different pictures of different events and stuff like that. When they show KO like pondering in the back, like what do I do? Right beside him is the picture of Kofi doing the boom drop. And I was like, oh, that's perfect placement.
Yeah.
And it was like, cool. And then, later, obviously, they went back and revisited it. It wasn't the same picture, different hallway, but it was like, I was like, come on,
guy. Yeah. Well, I thought it was cool, like, they were referencing their history there, which is cool. I think there's actually been a lot of, like, backstage or heat between the MSG company and WWE about how they haven't done as much events at MSG and they've been going to like MetLife or Barclays Center. Yeah.
But Barclays is huge.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. It's huge state of the art. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
It's an expensive venue, and you make more money on it.
Exactly. Yeah. Why would they go to MSG that can, and I'm not saying they seat half, but a fraction of what Barclays can, and charge you bless you.
Yeah.
I gesundheit. And why hold the same thing that production-wise is going to cost the same, but you can sell so many more seats.
It's the storyness of it, but then also WWE's or MSG's also taken bookings from other companies, which has made it kind of like ooh shit. Like they took ROH and New Japan over there.
The G1.
Yeah, the G1 America Special, which is kind of cool. Same thing with like the Cal Palace in San Francisco. It's a shitty venue to run in, but if you're if you're a promotion who's trying to look big, oh yeah, we'll run it there.
Yeah. But then Kofi had his promo.
Yep. Which is cool. I like that they referenced the boom drop. And then Randy came out and said, if we're going to remember your Jamaican accent.
Yeah, oh, dude. I'm sorry, but it might just be me because I'm a huge Randy fan. But during these promos, Randy's killing it. And Kofi's looking subpar. I will say.
I think Kofi's looking okay. I think it's showcasing how... So I've always said, Randy, you can tell when he likes what he's doing.
Yeah.
When he
now he's
having fun.
Yeah.
And that's...
He cusses and they blur him out. Like,
that's
so great.
Well, anytime Randy's worked with Kofi in the New Day, he loves it.
Yeah.
Because you've seen him break and he's good at it. I think it's showing people who really like each other. And Kofi... I think Kofi's doing okay, but Randy, it's really putting where he's like... He's showing... Fucking how great Randy Orton is.
Yeah.
Like...
Dude, Randy's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said, I will never forget when we went to the Royal Rumble, we went to the SmackDown afterwards, and Dan Bryan had the hemp belt, and they were talking about hemp and recycling, and Randy's like, I don't even fucking recycle. And then he's like, it looks like you put the belt up and you smoke it and stuff like that. And obviously that never made the air, but I was like, that's awesome. That's,
Randy badass.
Yeah. And to me, looking at everyone on the roster, Randy Orton is the last of the Attitude Era. Because John Cena's not there full time. He's doing Are You Smarter Than...
Well, they're the Ruthless Aggression Era. They're the last of the not PG era.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah. But you see him and you're like, he cusses. He called it, bullshit or something like that. And it's like, let him go. Just take the reins off and let him be Randy.
Bleeps add to something.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. He's serious.
Yeah. And when they're used right, they're great. I love it when somebody cusses. You're like, oh fuck, somebody cussed.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I like when Kofi gave the bird.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I thought Randy did great. And Kofi, like, the reason I'm saying is Kofi's subpar. I'm not saying he's not putting on good promos. I'm saying he's below Randy by a big margin.
Yeah.
And you know, on today's landscape, he's better than Seth and Braun and stuff like that. He's doing good, but you put him up against Randy, and it's like, you know, like night and day.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Well, how many years does Randy have on Kofi? I mean,
3?
No.
really?
Randy
How much?
debuted in like 01. Randy's got almost a 20-year career. Randy's training in like 99.
Yeah, but Kofi's been around for.
Or Kofi's about 12 years. Like late 2000s.
Yeah, I thought it was 12 or 13.
Randy's been there forever. Plus, he grew up in the shit.
Yeah.
His dad and grandfather.
But
They're around the same age because of how much younger Randy came in. Randy
came in when he was like 18.
Well, no, he came in like
19.
20 because he got dishonorable discharge. He tried to go to the Marines.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, but I thought he won the championship when he was 19.
No, he did go to the Marines. He just got kicked out.
Yeah.
But even before that, I've heard stories that he helped out with like Green Crew stuff or like things his dad. He's been in it forever.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
And he's always been, I think part of what makes Randy here so cool to me is that he is such a, like, it's underplayed. Like, he's a very low-key person with how he does it. So I've never been a huge Randy person because he's never been over the top for me.
Mm.
And I've always seen him as a heel. But now as I'm older and I like heels more, I'm like, fuck, he's good.
Mm.
And that's why I'm like, when he's on, god damn, is he on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he laid another trap for Kofi. Hit him with the chair a couple times.
Kofi recreated the boom drop.
Well, first with the fake table.
Mm-hmm.
Let me kick you, and the table breaks. And as you look back, this table's all saggy, and it's like all of 175 pounds of Kofi.
Yeah.
But anyways, and then yeah, I mean, I forgot how it ended.
Recreated the boom drop and basically.
Yeah.
That was a,
And then it
yeah,
was-
because then Kofi's over there, and then goes back up top and celebrates.
And then the show came to its cataclysm.
Well, first they announced Roman and Rowan is no DQ.
Right.
So we get to see Roman get smashed into the ringside steps
A
where
lot.
he oversells it. Oh,
I think what is Roman gonna do with a no DQ match? Because he's almost like
Nothing.
Cena. Yeah, he like that Cena thing where it's like, okay.
But see, this to me once again opens the door where Roman loses.
Mhm.
Daniel Bryan gets involved. This is the mastermind. This is the manipulator. Now we have a 2-on-1. You can't do shit about it.
Yeah.
Harper comes back. If they ever bring Harper back, which they should.
If he wants to come back. I think.
Yeah. You know, they can do a lot with this no DQ all of a sudden.
Mhm.
You know, oh, there's bad blood. Yeah, whatever. But it opens the door to so much more possibilities. And it, you know, whoever's in charge of SmackDown, whether it's Bischoff, right?
Yeah.
Or, you know, whoever. Bischoff, I think, can run with this storyline. Hey, this is your golden boy, this is your golden pony. You know, we're going to make him lose. And I think this would be big for Roman. You know, if Daniel Bryan gets involved, it could be big for Daniel Bryan. It could be interesting. But if Roman wins, I think this is another WWE fumble.
Yeah.
Where they had it and they just let it slip through their fingers and dropped it.
I think it'd be way more compelling if Roman won it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
There's nothing at stake. A Roman loss wouldn't mean really shit to Roman's character.
yeah, and all they've done with Roman since he's come back is he's not won a title. He's not been competitive for a title. He's
And it's not a huge mountain to overcome. You know, Roman's big, but
he hasn't even gone after Seth.
Roman's big, yeah.
He's what's happened is he's buried people on an upward trend.
Yeah.
In meaningless feuds.
Or even have this be the Roman turn that everyone's been clamoring about. Have him go out there and beat the shit out of them with chairs, ring bells, and kendo sticks, and then, afterwards, I'm coming for you, Kofi.
Yeah?
Then who's going to be the Connor's Cure representative?
We don't need a cancer cure. Where's goddamn John Cena?
Yeah, he's making movies probably. I don't know.
He's making Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Really?
On Nickelodeon. Yes, 100%. I put that in my notes.
Oh, really?
He's not had that rock career yet, has he?
Cena, fifth grader, Nickelodeon. Yeah.
We'll get there.
Old. He's pretty old too.
Yeah.
He's getting in there older than The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't have a big part of The Rock. And when The Rock got all popular, The Rock's got charisma. The Rock's young. The Rock's hot. Cena's rapidly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you really want The Rock today.
I'll give you the rocks.
Cena's balding and has hair plugs.
If it's not Roman Reigns, it's
I'm talking about men's
It's
clothing,
her bigger,
coordinating
sexier
outfits. This is a very, very. This is a very, very interesting wrestling show. That's why we have no viewers.
No.
I tuned out a long time ago.
You see that went on? Marsh is in here. He's not going to be mean by.
We got 2 viewers.
Yeah, I've got two.
Yeah, we're on it.
Turned up.
Oh, I didn't. Mine's still going. All right, so last but not
There's
least.
here. No math.
Thanks, Twitch.
Last but not least, Gable and
Gable
Shane.
and Shane. I was happy Gable won.
I was too. There's more short jokes that I cared about. I did think it was funny that Shane got on his knees. Popeye type of shit, which was funny.
Was.
Yeah,
it was.
But anyway, and then I love that KO did the quick count at first. Done. It's over. And then Gabe was like, yeah, I did it. And I was like, all right, show's over. And then Shane, it's best 2 out of 3s. And I was like,
God damn it, Shane. But it likes, and then KO fucking tried to make it work.
yeah.
Like he tried to oh, you're not really a face, are you?
No, but I really liked his contemplating. Can I do this? I got my family, so that's what I got from that. I was like, man, this is good. I'm getting that from KO.
But it would have been interesting if it started off that way, but the first roll-up was done. And I was like, okay, he made his decision.
Yeah,
he said,
fuck
fuck 100 grand.
Thinking it out.
Yeah. He said, fuck 100 grand, you lost. And then, hey, Shane's back. And
fun.
One. I was like, what the fuck?
But it had a clever ending. The tap out was clever.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm cool with Gable going in to be beaten by Corbin.
Yeah.
Because Corbin's going to win this.
Yeah.
Corbin's going to win this.
Corbin has to.
Yeah.
You know the biggest thing that pissed me off about all this is when they first announced King of the Ring, I thought, hey, a 3-hour show on Monday night, they're going to do a King of the Ring. Cool. They drew it out. The fucking finals isn't at Clash of Champions. Yeah.
Wait, what?
The finals are next Monday.
Bullshit.
No, they fucking announced
God
it.
damn it.
They fucking announced it. Next Monday is the finals of fucking King of the Ring. I was like, how do you not even have the fucking championship at Clash of Champions?
That's what you call milk in a show.
Dude, seriously, I was pissed when they announced that. I threw my drink at the TV. Fuck you. I'm just kidding. I didn't do that, but I wanted to. But I saw that and my mind was blown. I was like,
so fucking mad right now.
how do you not have the championship even on the pre-show? But it's on Raw next week. And like I said, when they first announced it, I was like, great. It's going to be, a 3-hour pay-per-view on a Monday night. Cool. This
What
is
the
interesting.
fuck?
Yeah. And then they drew it out. Cool, Clash of Champions. We'll have a King of the Ring. Nope, it's next Monday after Clash of Champions for no fucking reason. And the thing that gets me is your finals. Whoever filled out a bracket, I did. I fucking sucked at it. No one had Chad Gable versus Baron Corbin in the finals the Monday after fucking Clash of Champions.
Yeah.
If you did have Baron Corbin and Chad Gable in the finals, you're like, this is going on the pre-show.
Yeah.
For Clash of Champions, you know?
Yeah, no, and you have goddamn Roman versus Rowan on Clash of Champions, because that's the thing. This at least has a belt or something gold
A crown!
involved.
A fragile crown!
The crown, the biggest championship of them all.
Exactly!
It's a shit.
I saw that, that pissed me
Fucking god.
off.
Are they gonna crown him Tuesday night?
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Probably. It's going to be a continuation match.
This
There
shit's
wasn't a
awesome.
clear winner. So, best 2 out of 3s. We'll do SmackDown and then next Monday. If they go that far.
The show's canceled.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, how? Why?
Yeah.
No reason. Fucking pissed me off.
Yeah.
And then Shane attacks KO and fires him. That's SmackDown.
Yeah, that is a happen.
You're still pissed off about King.
And the KO. Forgot about that part. So what's KO now? Is it a free agent? He's gonna appear? Like, yeah.
I don't know. Shows up on NXT.
Maybe he's finally done with his bullshit with Shane because I think he can do better.
Yeah.
I
No.
want to spill things.
Shane.
No, I want to spill. I
Oh,
want to
okay.
spill things in
I was gonna
frustration.
say you have 50 napkins.
But I think that's it. You got anything else to add? For
No,
this
I'm
week?
pissed now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is it called? I thought it'd been cool if they changed the pay-per-view name to Clash of Champions, or no, to King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Because I'm so mad I can't talk anymore.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not a Clash of Champions. It's fucking stupid.
It wasn't worth shit. This is terrible.
I wrote down my non-Raw and SmackDown. I threw it.
Top best and worst.
Yeah.
Top 5. Just we'll do generally.
Top 5. Randy Kofi's up there. Definitely the women's tag is up there. John Black.
Top 2.
Top 2. And that's it.
Okay. I would say top 2. Raw women's women's tag match on Raw. Stone Cold before anyone else came out.
Yeah, Stone Cold 100% be top 5.
Yeah. Bottoms.
The Lacey Manny match, big time.
And
Definitely also on my top 5. Ray and
Yeah.
That was awesome. Who else is on the bottom this week?
Undertaker talking.
Yeah, it kind of sucked and was underwhelming.
Yeah.
Charlotte showing up in the match after.
Ember and Bailey, just the match itself.
Yeah, and then Charlotte showing up after, and then just kind of like, yeah. And
Shane. Oh, the biggest clear one. Fucking this goddamn King of the Ring thing not being attached to fucking champion. That we found that out and you didn't tell us. You just let us find out because you probably forgot.
It was this, seriously, it was a side note. And they were like, oh, next Monday. And it was
We
like,
only got so much time. Like, oh yeah, we're going to do this here. Oh, we can't fit it into that event.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to
And
put
like
on
you
the
said-
Cruiserweight Championship match.
yeah.
With
And like I said, if you had Chad Gable and Baron Corbin going for King of the Ring, at least on the pre-show, people would have tuned into that.
evidently, the New Day's in a match at Clash of Champions, too.
Against the Revival?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of figured, but they never announced it!
They spent a lot of time talking about Rowan and Roman at Clash of Champions on Raw, too.
100%. Which means nothing. Which Rowan better win.
I liked this week's wrestling until I started talking to Kevin. Thanks, wrestling.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
And on that note,
Alright, last
Yeah.
call. One more paper throw.
and
That was
on
over.
Sunday we will be doing a watch along, so
Hey.
with Marsh and a guest. So
Who's it gonna be?
That's not-
Later.